Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Spawncast episode 456. It's been a week. People. But we're here. In fact, returning from her first GDC. Very busy 14 days, I think, at this point. Celia is back with us. How's it going, Celia?
Pretty good. Yeah, GDC was so much fun. Got to show off Mina on the show floor with PlayStation Indies, have some off the show floor meetings about her, and do a GDC talk. So that was really fun. Looking forward to PAX East next week. It never stops, but that should be fun as well. We'll also be on the show floor.
Right into PAX East. Jeez.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so normally GDC overlaps with PAX East, so I would be like getting on a plane straight to Boston. But this year they decided to be kind and spread it out a week, so I get to sleep a little bit. But I'll be
coast to coast. It's like
basically. But I love PAX East. I'm looking forward to it. Gonna see a bunch of friends, show off Mina. I have a couple panels I'm doing as well, so check the schedule. I'll be talking on Friday and Saturday.
What are the panels? What are you doing?
We'll be talking about Mina stuff. So the first panel on Friday is a live on the creator stage, tell all about development and pulling behind the developer curtain a little bit about Mina while we're playing the demo. So we'll be pointing out things and stuff and being interviewed by our friend Ash. So we'll be doing that. And on Saturday, we'll be doing our what it was like to. It's another developer focused panel, but it's basically like what we learned as developers from Shovel Knight to Mina the Hollower. So it'll be a lot of fun. We'll be sharing a lot of insight, and it'll be a good time.
Good stuff. Radic, how's it going over there, sir?
Things have been going great this week. I platinumed Gres Infinite on my PSVR 2, which was pretty dope. I also got this from my brother.
Oh, you got PSP at 2000, PSP 2000, right?
3000.
That's 3000. Okay, 3000. Yep. Very nice.
This was my brother's back in the day. He lent it to me. He also gave me, I think it's Tactics.
Yep, that's a good one. Or the Lions. Yep. That's a good one.
Dude, it's so funny. I booted up his old PSP, and of course, you see the CFW Pro installer. Yep. He definitely messed around with it back in the day. Yep. So I saw his old Legend of Gaia save, which was so funny.
Have you had a PSP before? Or is that your first PSP?
Oh yeah. Okay. I have two of them. I have two of them growing up. I had a 1000, a 2000. This was my brother's. There was a 3000. So we were a very PSP and DS and GBA friendly household growing up. Sure. But dude, playing this thing again. I've been playing Twisted Metal Head On, a little bit playing PSP, and SOCOM, Fireteam Bravo. And I love this thing so much, bro. I just can't wait for the next native handheld, see how it goes. Hopefully they keep the same form factor, because I do like the Portal, but aesthetically, I'm not crazy about it. But this thing right here has aged flawlessly.
Yeah, the Portal's not the best looking, just looking at it, aesthetics. No, I mean, functionally it's good, because it's just a DualSense controller broken in half. But looks-wise, it's I don't think it's winning any awards. So
no, definitely not. How many PSPs do you have?
I have 4.5. One doesn't have a screen.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And they're all I assume 1000, 2000, 3000 and Go?
I guess I count the Go. So it's 5.5 then.
Yeah.
The 3000 doesn't have a screen, because I wanted to do a screen replacement for it, because they have a new screen that gets rid of a lot of the ghosting and it just looks a lot better. So I was going to put that in the 3000, but I need to actually get the part in, because it's dealing with customs, especially now, or at least the last couple months, hasn't been great. So a few times people are saying they order mods for their systems and it comes in from China or wherever else, and it doesn't make it out of customs. They just it just goes back, or they destroy it.
Oh, really?
So, shit. Yeah, there's a lot of stories right now about that happening for custom parts, and really anything coming in it's not great currently. It's all over the place, but that's what I went with 3000. So
yeah, I had to order a battery off of Amazon, because the PSP had no battery, because you had to throw it out, and it had no shell, so it's kind of off-white in a way, but it's cool, it's fine. And then I added the other batteries to my PSP,
the really big batteries.
Yeah, I did see that. I was like, that's a little too much for me. I want to keep it as pristine as I can, even though it's already hacked. So it's
Good stuff. Yeah. What about OJ? How's it going over there, sir?
Good. Just played a lot of games. hung out with family, teaching my daughter how to play basketball, so that was fun. And yeah, played a lot of Xenoblade. Got to get my review ready for Sean.
Sean, yeah.
So, got to get my review ready for Sean. Got to get that, actual real Xenoblade player review ready. So it's good. I'm 130 hours in.
Gosh.
Yeah, I've maxed out almost every class now, and I'm gonna get some other stuff that I guess would be a spoiler, but the game's 10 years old, so whatever. But I won't say what it is. I've got heavy mechs on all of like my lineup. Those are 4 million plus a pop. I've also destroyed a lot of the crazy enemies like that you need to have, like the mech where you fly up into the air. And I've got a bit more into the online play. The online play is also really cool for like leveling quicker and stuff. And like I never really did it as much on the Wii U and on the Switch 1, but I've been starting to do a little bit of like the squad missions and stuff like that. And that can be really fun too, like as well. So just so I can get like certain parts for making like custom mechs and things like that. So yeah, it's been good. It's been good. Enjoying it a lot.
Just FYI.
Yep. Cool.
Yeah.
Everything LJ said was right.
Yep.
Just to let you mech in the review, and then the Xenoblade community says, "Hey,
Xenoblade
it's called Skell Pal." Just looking out.
You can call it mech. You can call it mech. You can call it Skell. Doesn't matter.
Sean said a lot, I'm sure, to his computer, but only like 3 words came through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Is anyone else
You just
getting
cut
that?
off there, bro.
What the hell?
Yeah, we were all just being nice and like nodding along.
No,
I'm sure it was great though.
I was just letting him know that it's called a Skell, not a mech. I don't want people to get mad at him for using the incorrect terminology.
Or you could just do it and get more comments, more interaction.
Or
That's great.
Or you can watch like my review from like the Wii U where I called it a mech and people were fine.
Yeah, but things change. This is a different era. Nobody gave a shit about it. 13 million people bought a Wii U. Like who was like a million copies sold?
I think I called it a mech again when I was talking about it on Switch 1.
that Chromebook was looking out for you. Just some self-censorship there for you.
No, I'm looking out for him. I'm trying to help him.
Oh, okay. I think I got enough credibility, I think 130 hours.
How's it going over there, Couch GT?
It's going.
You sound so happy.
Going. Yeah, you sound so sad, bro. What happened?
Playing a game and
we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
Oh, okay. Yep. There we go.
Well, it's gonna be a topic. It's a topic, all right.
Crimson RGT.
yes, sir. What about Evan? Let's go over there.
It's all right. Tired as hell. My friends wanted to get some games in, so I was up till 4, and then figured I'd sleep in. Yeah, it's tabletop stuff. But
I was like, whoa, hold on a minute.
Oh, I just assumed you're talking about Marathon for some reason. I don't know why.
No, none of them care about that game. So, but yeah, I got back, figured I'd sleep in, and then got a phone call at 9 to run some errands. So, running on like 3 hours of sleep, and figured I'd sit down and actually get some time in on Crimson Desert, so I could be one of a few people here.
Oh, I haven't played it too. Okay, good. I was trying to. I was going into this thinking that I was going to be the only one to play Crimson Desert and just sit here and just explain parts of the game that people are just going to be confused about, because it's an interesting game.
You
to say
almost
that.
were.
But now half the show has at least played it.
It sat in my Steam cart for like forever. I just
you were
didn't
thinking
know.
about it.
I was like, screw this. I don't know.
I did because Radic told me I need to start getting more platinum trophies. I got another one, Radic. Okay. I got mini shoot adventure has done. Got the platinum for it. It's like 14 hours. Great game. Awesome game. Fully recommend it. It's like a twin stick shooter Zelda-like game, adventure style. It's like $16 too. But it did a lot more than that. So when you go through a lot of the dungeons, the bosses and stuff you'll see will have like they'll fill up the screen with bullets, and it turns into like kind of a bullet hell shooter at times. But I liked they do a lot when it comes to just upgrading, constant progression abilities. You find your little friends in the world as well, and they add more abilities to your home base. And it's a really good game. It kind of feels a little old school in what it does, but it didn't overstay it. So I feel like if I didn't look at the list and go, oh, I could get the platinum, and I think because I had to play it on advanced difficulty, so I just threw it on that from the start. Probably would have been like an 8, maybe 10-hour game at most. It ended up being 14 hours to get everything done. But it's an awesome game. I don't let the art style fool you or anything. It looks kind of simplistic in screenshots, but it's actually a very it's a game that controls really well, I think, because of the art style. Like it looks very smooth on screen compared to like Geometry Wars I like, but that can get really busy. Like really busy at times.
That game gave me like headaches back in the day. Like
in this case, they're able to, I think, be able to put more bullets on screen because it's a little more simplistic, and you can tell the bullets versus the background very, very easily. So it's a little aggravating at times because some of the bosses did get legitimately difficult, but it had that you could say the Souls kind of mentality of you finally beat it and it's awesome, that kind of thing. So got a kick out of it though. Fully recommend it. So that's another Neo 3 Platinum. Now this one. Okay, now I don't know if I'm gonna platinum the game I'm playing now because who knows what's about to happen with this.
Yeah.
But we got some Saros is coming up, some others, so you never know. Know.
Not bad. Okay. How many platinums? That's platinum number 10, 11?
Something like that, yeah. Because you were best to be like, you gotta get more, you gotta get over 10 at least. I'm like, all right, let me get some platinums.
You gotta do over 10.
Let me get it going here. So that is done.
And at least you're not doing like the My Name Is Mayo crap.
No, I got Neo 3's platinum. So I was it took some time. But like Wolverine will probably be Insomniac does
that'll be
there, so yeah.
That'll be nothing.
Yeah. So but that is done. And now I'm on to Crimson Desert. And I will say, so we'll just go right into Crimson Desert at this point. I was shocked. I was floored even because Sean messaged me and some other people and was like, I'm playing Crimson Desert right now. I'm like, really? I thought I was the only one who's gonna be playing this thing. And Sean comes in and is like, nah, I bought it on Xbox. I'm playing it. Did any out of myself, Evan, or Sean, did any you guys, anyone else pick it up before I just
So my brother bought it on PC and now I'm part of his Steam family. So he said, like, hey man, you can boot it up anytime. I was like, all right, I'll get back to you. And then I was like, hopefully he doesn't ask me about this again. That type of shit.
Crimson Desert went crazy because of obviously the reviews posted. And some people really love the game. Some people hate the game. And
I don't think I don't want to be that guy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't, and maybe because I'm on Xbox and the reviews were all done on PC, personal computer.
They were. Yep.
So maybe there's a little bit more leeway. I do not see a world that I can live in comfortably where people think this is like a 9.5 or a 10 game. I can't do it. Like, if this is the end of me, so be it. If this is the straw that breaks the camel's back, I'm fine with that. But just, oh my.
The Paul Tassi call out right now? We got to have him on the show.
No, there was multiple people.
There were actually a lot. Paul Tassi, he really likes the game though. He does. He has 100 some odd hours in the game. So I'll give him that. He actually has played a lot of the game. But if you go on like Metacritic,
it's at 77, right?
78. And it actually has a 78 and then it's a 7.8 user score. So it's exactly the same.
That's actually really funny. Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever seen that before. 102 reviews on it now, though. Oh, wait, the PS5 review came in. Who gave it that? Oh, PlayStation Universe gave it a 90.
So, Sean, why is it can you not see any universe? Because a lot of times games like this, because I did a review roundup for it. I mean, I was thinking about it, but for me, the deal breaker for me with a lot of games is controls and movement. And that's kind of when I was like, okay, maybe I'll wait, because what I was reading in a lot of the reviews was controls and movement were not great, not the worst ever once you get used to it, but not very intuitive pickup, and just you start playing it for something like an open world game. So what do you think? What makes it to where there's no world you can see it getting a 9 despite whatever?
Imagine character movement of GTA 4 with combat that kind of reminds you a bit of Assassin's Creed 3.
Ooh, that sound. That's kind of what people were explaining in the reviews. But you saying GTA 4, I mean I know people love GTA, but
it's not that old Grand Theft Auto, or you could say Red Dead Redemption 2, because there's some delay to the movement, I think is what Sean's getting.
I hate the controls in those games.
It's like tap X to sprint, right?
Yeah, but it is momentum based, and the build up is a bit weird on scale. There's some bosses that get really quick with you, and if you're not already moving, you're dead. Because you're just not gonna hit the 60 or 80% speed in time to not take the hit.
Gotcha.
So this is weird.
And you know, I'm not disparaging those games, but when you look at how those games are kind of structured, like,
Right.
okay, so, you know, GTA 4, Red Dead 2, they're not really fast paced, you know, action adventure RPG games. And like, you know, I don't get it. Unless like running it on your 5090 or whatever the fuck computers are nowadays, it's just like Jesus comes to you while you're playing it. Like,
so what are you playing it on? Are you playing it on quality, balanced, or performance?
Performance, John.
Okay.
Okay. It starts off as balanced, and it made me want to throw up whenever I moved the camera. Yeah. And graphics mode was just
I turned motion blur off. Fuck that.
Each one of them made it feel laggier. At least with performance mode, I'm kind of adjusting to the movement and the combat and stuff like that. But like, you know, to me, it's a game that probably in 7 or 8 months, with some patches and stuff.
You almost said 6-7 months, didn't you? You were so close.
I hope you die.
You're so close.
I think in a few months, when it gets a bunch of patches and shit, like, I think it'll be I already know that they said that they're like doing something with controls and shit like that, but it's just the game fights you when you try to play it. It fights you. It's like, I want to do this simple thing. Do you? I don't know if you want to do that. I don't think we're going to do that. Oh, you want to pick up this item? No. Oh, here's a new ability, and here's another new ability, and here's another new ability, and this is how you map them, and then we're not going to remind you of anything of that. So if you take any time away from the game, then you're just going to forget it. But yeah, I hope you remember all these different things you need to do in these specific times. Why am I cleaning a chimney? Why am I rescuing a cat? The pacing is very strange with the game.
You rescue a cat, you clean a chimney, you meet God in the sky right after, like literally 5 minutes after that.
Oh, wow.
They give you wings. You then jump off Tears of the Kingdom style to the ground.
Yeah.
This sounds great. Wait, hold on, guys.
It is very Korean MMO written. Like, yeah, I've played enough before this that's it. Like, especially Black Desert, it was the same thing. You're a guy, now you're chosen, have fun, and it's like, what? And there's no go.
Yeah, because I think I'm like 8, maybe 9 hours into the game right now. It doesn't even have really
10 and a half. Yeah,
so I got to the point. Did you get to the point where you set up your camp? And
I'm well past that.
Yeah, but you get what I'm saying. Like, you get to that part, right? And they're like, here's a person, and you're just like, what? Hey, this is, can you hold on?
I almost don't even care about spoilers here. They're like, you remember GTA 5 and how you probably hated moving between characters? We're doing that. It's like, oh no.
But there's no explanation. There's no backstory. They're like, here's this woman, and she's now your companion.
There's no explanation or backstory for most things in this game thus far. No. How do I go from like being a warrior and I'm in a camp, and then some bad guys come into the camp, and now I'm cleaning a chimney? Wait, what?
I know you guys are complaining, but like, you guys are selling me on this game. This sounds awesome.
That's the thing. It sounds so ridiculous, right?
But it doesn't if you're MMO brained. Like, this is everything about this is MMO brained. Like, you just killed a dragon. Next quest, take this box over here. It's like, cool.
It just sounds like more advanced RuneScape, to be honest.
It's kind of like, if you play Final Fantasy 16, it's kind of like that, in that you'll fight like Dragon Ball Z style, some crazy like omnipotent being in the sky, in like space, and with a dragon, and then the next hour it's like, can you go get soil so we can plant these flowers? It's like, what? That's kind of what this is. It's going back and forth between some ridiculous scenario to just something that's really mundane and basic, to where like at one point, like evidence that you're fighting some crazy, I don't know, like goblin thing in a camp somewhere, and then everyone turns on. It's a whole thing, and then it's like, hey, now go hit these posts into the ground with a hammer, nice and slow. For
talk to this child. I will say there is one redeeming quality in this game,
gosh,
and you know exactly what.
Yeah, I know you're gonna say.
You murdering children in town? Is that what's happening?
Oh, I didn't murder them. I just kicked them over. Can I murder them?
You can try.
I was because you have to do the Red Dead Redemption ride along thing where you're next to someone on your horse, and this guy did not care about anyone who was in front of him going through town, the NPC. So he speeds through. There's a group of children passing a river. And he just boom, right through all of them, and they go flying. And I'm like,
yeah,
oh
I did
my
it by
gosh.
accident at first. After you fight that first, I guess, kind of quote unquote boss, to get the weird kick thing, and there was some little fucking kid next to me, and I was trying to walk, and like for some reason the game wasn't letting me move. Like I guess it was trying to do something, and when I eventually moved, like I knocked him down. He was like, "You're not nice, mister," and I was like, "Oh, wait a minute, I got to keep playing this now."
There's if you highlight anyone, there's an option to just kick. It's like it's a triangle or Y or whatever.
Can I ask Sean another question? Sean, did you see the person who played the game?
I just beat the boss that he rage quit on. Yeah.
Oh, did you? Okay.
He went to that boss way too early. Like that's the boss that's like, hey, get some stuff at least.
I barely had anything new. No. He's not hard.
He wage quit the boss, not rage quit.
Yeah, that was a wage quit. That
was a wage quit.
He expected to have a lot of money. It's a new game and stuff because it's never him, it's the game. Always remember that.
Oh my god.
But the thing is, if you look down the skill tree, like, so you get like skill points for doing things so if you do a quest or really anything, you'll find puzzles in the world. You'll get these little cubes that are skill points, and I'm going. You can find, I also noticed when I was just destroying a bunch of enemies, for some reason, occasionally be like, here's a skill point.
The little white bar next to the map fills up. That's your EXP bar. It gives you a basic one when it gets to full. And then you can also
Wouldn't it be great if it
others.
Told me that?
No.
It doesn't
tell you anything.
And that is kind of decent. When you're exploring and stuff, like I kind of like the freedom of it, but it doesn't explain like core concepts to you and stuff like that. Just like basic ass shit. And it's like, once you compile all the other stuff that it's throwing at you, it's like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, what do we do? You use every button on the controller and you will use it in multiple ways. And do not think that one button only does one thing, pal, because you're using that button for like 7 things.
And when you're 5 hours into the game and they're still like, new mechanic, buddy. Like, oh no, it's just piles more and more.
Celia, you were going to ask a question.
Oh no, it's when you guys were hating on DSP. I was going to ask if like his chat calls him out for it at least, or are they rage quitting with him?
No, you have to watch the detractor restream of it.
Yeah, you have to watch the restreams. And like,
shout us Raw Phil. Shout us to Raw Phil.
There's whole dedicated YouTubers that actually have like a whole economy based around him, which is interesting.
So here's something for you. Raw Phil.
There's a whole other world out there. Jesus
Raw
Christ.
Phil, which is restreaming the DSP stream, will have like 1,000 people watching, and DSP himself will have like 200 on his channel.
Here's the thing about that. Go ahead, Celia.
Wait. So
it's because you could go in there and you can say whatever. Nobody cares.
So DSP react to DSP channel, and it makes more money than DSP.
It's not reacting. It's literally restreaming his stream with
like
no creative content.
Like,
it's just
a
straight up restream.
Strike that, or is that just profiting off of him?
He doesn't do it because it would just create more problems for him, because a lot of people don't like him, so he doesn't do it.
That's the interesting thing though. My thought with that is, how when Jeff Keighley will announce how many views or streams or whatever for the game
he should use that for his own metrics.
He absolutely should use that and go to sponsors and be like, actually, like 4,000 people watch me.
Nobody will sponsor him because whenever he does get a sponsor, people harass the sponsor.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah, I mean, if you sponsor him, you're attaching your brand to him.
Yeah, so that's why he doesn't. That's why he doesn't do sponsorship.
I'd say, okay, use code harass20 for 20% off or something.
Oh my
I don't
God.
know. You have to play into it or do something with that. That's crazy. Yeah. I'd count those numbers.
Did you see the Jay Hayes arc, OJ?
Yeah.
Where he had the dude like dumped like a bunch of money on Phil,
like a grand,
and like people went to his channel and they're like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" and stuff. And then he said one of the trolls asked to bring up like one of Phil's past instances of controversy or something, and then he got banned from Phil's chat, and he was like, "Oh, I didn't ban you. Yeah, you're not banned." But the dude was totally banned. So like he just let this one guy who literally gave him like $1,000 in a week just go because he said something he didn't like And it's just like,
that's
all right, man.
That sounds like DSP.
No, back to Crimson
Back to
Desert.
DSP.
Sean's describing the controls as best he can, but he's absolutely right in that one button will do multiple things. And in order to get around all these ideas they have, but limited number of buttons, which by the way, even on PC, they tell you to use a controller. They're like, no, use a controller, even though the keyboard has all these buttons. We didn't really think about it like that. So they have all these ideas, not enough buttons on any controller. So they decide to tell you to, instead of say, press a button quickly, press and hold the button, press 2 buttons at once, press and hold both buttons at once. They said click in L3 to crouch. And I almost quit. I was almost out right there. That was enough. But
you can't customize the controls.
Right. So that's what they're patching in, apparently, is the ability to rebind. I don't know if you're even going to be able to fix it then, because they're going to tell you the mechanic. And they're going to tell you mechanic, and it's going to give you some weird button combination then. You'll get 80 hours into the game, and it'll be like, here's some groundbreaking mechanic for no reason. And you're like, how do I do this when I've remapped this thing and one button's over here and the other one's the D-pad for some reason?
The amount of times I've chucked that hand that you have in combat.
Fuck that hand thing, dude.
It's the worst button in
the
game.
Somebody played Zelda Tears of the Kingdom and they're like, let's put this in our game.
Well, it'll work later if you get the skill for it, because then you're basically just Spider-Man. You'll just grab someone, pull them over, and beat the crap out of them.
So how many times have you jumped when you're trying to pick something up?
Never.
1 million.
Because the jump button is the same as the pickup button.
Yeah, that I've gotten used to.
Happens all the time.
Dude, I recorded
the jump button on the same as the pickup button?
I don't know.
I recorded some footage where, early in the game where you get the vision helm or whatever.
Yeah, that thing. I hate it.
I tried to pick it up. It picked up every goddamn thing around it. Copper pieces, a pot. It took me 45 to 50 seconds to pick up.
How did you do it? Did you do it focused, or did you do it just pressing the X?
I did it pressing the X like a normal person looking at it. Eventually, I focused, and then I was like, oh, okay. But it's just like, why? That's so convoluted.
It's even worse, just I guess before that, in the sky area, where I've seen enough videos of people trying to get between all the platforms and they just start falling because they're not using the precision jumping.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's not good.
All right, I'm on chapter 3 now. I just beat a boss.
Did you beat
this is the good part. You're gonna get a camp. Watch what happens.
There is no good part so far, John.
No, this is great. This is great.
Wait, did you beat the dual boss or
the little guy? You beat the little
guy,
Yeah.
the ugly guy. And I'm pretty sure he glitched because all of a sudden he just stopped getting up, and I don't know. I just
so everybody unlocked the wrestling moves, right?
No,
I didn't.
I'm doing stamina because every 2 steps I take, I'm out of stamina.
So the funniest thing about this game is they really had all these ideas that they must have just been watching TV every night. Like, we're gonna use that. So the first thing I see in the skill tree that I want to unlock is the RKO.
Grapple.
RKO, so when you go down the grapple one, you have actual wrestling moves. So I can RKO people, I can do German suplexes, I can power bomb people.
Did you find the drop kick yet?
I saw it. I think I saw it in the.
You have to find a guy that does it in a camp.
Okay, that's the other thing. Yeah, so as you see people do things, you'll learn their moves, that's kind of a cool idea, I would say. But one of the other things I unlocked is a running clothesline. So you run and clothesline people and knock them down to the ground. And the wrestling moves make the combat so much fun. Like I actually get a kick out of it, because when you RKO somebody, it's not just you hit the ground with them. You hit the ground and everything around you explodes. So if there are trees around you and you hit the ground, they uproot out of the ground and go flying. So it is actually awesome, and everything has physics. So you can cut a tree down and it'll fall over, and you can use it to cross some big area, or
you can use the special nature ability to pick it up and use it as a baseball bat to kill someone. Yeah. So the thing I'll give this game credit for is, while they had a lot of ideas, they absolutely let you use all of them as you want. I will give them that. And is
there difficulties?
But this was not a good idea. For that many ideas, this was not good.
Is there difficulties that you can pick from the beginning of the game?
No. So it's difficulty. Yeah, it's kind of like a Souls kind of game, where it's just like some boss can be really hard and you kind of come back to them, or you'll run into things where it's like, okay, I don't think I'm supposed to be here yet, and then you just kind of wander off in another direction and get stronger. So The story, I have no idea. I don't know.
Who the fuck knows?
I don't know. Apparently they didn't either. There are some stories going around about how anonymous verified sources from within Pearl Abyss are like, they figured it out 2 weeks ago. So, that's a thing. Yeah. This game completely
9.5, folks. 9.5.
This game completely hinges on the world and the gameplay. And the thing I will say, though, it does still have an intriguing factor to the world and the game itself. There is fun to be found in this game.
The world detail's insane. Have you broken into a house yet?
I've unlocked doors and walked in, and
you can climb up to the windows. You can climb up to the windows, open the windows, climb through them before you unlock them, and steal stuff inside people's houses.
Yeah, see, I've gone in. I went to the bank and I tried to rob the bank. Because you could do that. Yeah, just put my mask. Eat a little mask that lets you steal stuff. So I just started clearing the place out. But otherwise, there is. So you run through town and you see people. You've done the outlaw bit, the one.
The capture where you tackle them. Yeah.
The first one they have you do is there's some lady you have to go get. Basically, at the
you did the nun.
At the church.
You did the nun. Yeah. No, so those are everywhere. I have like 20 of them right now, but that was the first one I went to go to.
The church. So you bust in the church and she's there. She's like, hold on. You tackle her.
Sprints out the door. Just
in order to tie her up, you like mount on top of her like UFC style and you just lay into her. You have to press a button every time to punch her square in the face. And she's like, hold on. Wait a minute, I need to. You just keep doing that over and over.
So there is a hint that if you do let them go,
beating tendencies over here, man. That doesn't sound good,
dude. It is crazy. Oh, she's an outlaw. Hold on.
Yeah, but there is a hint that if you
equality.
There is a hint though. If you do it differently, it changes the outcomes of things. I've just been beating people up though.
I was gonna say that's all I've done. There's one guy who pickpocketed me and tried to wander off, and I just tackled him and just like.
I Batmaned off a roof into one of them. It was great.
This sounds like this game, once they fix the issues, it's probably going to be a lot better.
The issue of the controller is just too much of an issue, in my opinion. There's a lot of situations in this game you're going to go into where you're like, all right, I really don't want to do this move. God damn it. And then you're just in the middle of a move you don't want to do. There's a bare knuckle fighting arena that you can only punch in, but they don't turn off everything that's not a punch. So if you fuck up your combo, you immediately lose.
Okay, so do you guys dislike this game or like it?
I don't know.
I'm in the middle on it, but I can guarantee you, despite Sean's belief that no one will like it, there are people out there who will give it a 15 out of 10. Because I mean, if we live in a world where Japanese businessmen will pay muscle-bound women to bench press them, there is someone out there that will like this game that much.
It's really fun.
Yeah.
But also you can pay them also to hit you.
Yep.
Going back on track of things. Yeah, because it sounds like you guys are having a lot of fun talking about all the bizarre things or even how much a schlep some of the things are. Mm-hmm. So in that sense, you guys are enjoying it.
To a degree. I don't think it's going to be memorable.
I'm not finishing this game. Like, because it's like,
are you having a fun time? Because it sounds like it.
Not
okay. Not you, Sean. Like the
rest John's having a fun. It sounds like Sean is not having a fun time.
You have a sparkle in your eye, like you're so happy.
There's fun to be had in the game. I will say that.
Yes,
I will agree with that. The controls are man, it's tough. That's why I can't really recommend it to people, because some are going to pick this game up, attempt it, and be like, "What is wrong with this game?" And that's it. They're just out because the controls just are not good. And this was something that came out during preview events where they were like, "Hey, the controls are kind of weird," and I guess they just never did anything about it. So
shout out to Kevin Kenson. I made my video last Sunday saying I had some questions and doubts about it. One of my sources was his video on it because he went to a preview event and was like, I played early stage stuff and then I played later game stuff, and I don't know what the fuck is going on here. There's so much shit going on, and he ended up being completely right in my opinion.
There's also this discussion about hand holding in the game. Like some people are saying it's the game is good because it doesn't hold your hand. I think there to a degree that would be correct, but this game is just obtuse to be obtuse, and eventually you have to explain things to people who want to play your game.
That had me thinking though about the whole Metacritic score thing. I mean, Metacritic score we talk about for like how good a game is, but in reality it's almost how accessible a game is to a degree. Like you need everyone to love it in order to get a high Metacritic score. So it has to be accessible to everyone versus this, which, we brought it up as the yellow paint syndrome in games, just that game system. Have you gone to the quarry yet?
Yeah. That's where the boss that what's his name quit on, right?
Where you dynasty warriors out for 30 minutes and have to kill thousands of people. It's fantastic.
Did you run up the hill and fight the devil boss?
Not yet.
Okay, yeah, that is similar situation, but go on.
But so similar to yellow paint, in this quarry are those exploding barrels and boxes. What do those usually look like in video games?
They're red.
Yeah, so they look like every other barrel and box with like a small white X in the middle of it. So you have no clue. You just go through a building and next thing you know, you're dead.
Do you know what game this kind of reminds me a little bit of, the whole discourse about it? A little bit of Death Stranding. To where people are like, this game isn't fun, but I like it. And it's like, because
when I play Death Stranding, I mean, I feel the same MMO brain because it is the same thing. It's just fetch quests.
But to its credit, and this is obviously means a lot coming from me. At least it controlled good.
No, that's true. The controls were good. Yeah, they were straight. This game it doesn't really have a great focus on what it wants to be. But it's
focus on anything. Like
it most likely wanted to be Black Desert too.
It probably did.
That feels like it. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's an economic system in it like Black Desert, which none of you played that, right?
No.
So you're gonna get like a cart. You're gonna fill it with goods in one kingdom, and you're gonna take it to another kingdom, so you can maximize your income. That's probably going to be in this game because I've already seen the trading group in the kingdom we're in. And it's like, this is familiar.
There are entire systems that you'll come across 60 hours into the game where you have like a whole base system where you send people off to do quests and you end up building a whole king. It's like all that happens that far into the game. One person said there are 200 hours in the game and there's still more of the map to find. And I'm like, what in the world? So you're right. It probably wasn't MMO.
Too big?
Yes. Yeah, I would say so.
Too big for its own good. Like, and maybe if there was let me walk that back a little bit. Maybe if it was very large, but concise in your main story and your main thing that you're doing, and the outsides. I hate this fucking lantern with all my heart and soul.
It's the worst.
It's the fucking worst.
Well, don't worry. In order to fix that, you have to hold left on the D-pad. Then you have to scroll around in the wheel, select the lantern, then go to the next menu and have it do.
No, you just have to tap it once. It'll go off if you just tap into it once.
No, but like I had mine on like auto. It wasn't turning on in a room, and I had to go through that process.
Mine is always on, sir.
Yeah,
I love going into places where the puzzle is burn the vines, and you have a fucking lantern, and you can't burn it with the lantern. You're just sitting there staring at it like, all right, cool. We can't do it.
That early burn the vines one where it was like you got to put your
you have to put the arrow in the fire.
Yes,
and then
I wasn't thinking that. I was
awesome.
Like, oh, okay, I shoot through the fire like in fucking a Zelda game or something, and it was like, no, you have to put the arrow in the fire first, and you don't just shoot through it where there's clearly a fire in front of it, and you would think the arrow would go through it, catch on fire, and then capture the vine.
You could probably knock it over into it too, because the fire did spread before for me, just knocking one of those over. I accidentally shot a guard tower in that quarry area with a fire arrow, and then just fought like 40 people at the base of it while it slowly burned and then fell apart behind me. It was kind of cool.
I think this is a good example as well of like we're more than 5 years into the generation. This is a game that's it's testing the limits of the base systems right now. The PS5 and I'd say the Xbox Series. I mean, Sean, that performance mode, I checked it out on the base PS5. I understand why they didn't show the base PS5 much because that performance mode was.
Yeah, but how much of that is optimization?
I mean, this is their own engine, so possibly. But the thing is, when I go from the base PS5 performance mode to the PS5 Pro performance mode, it is like night and day, and a lot of that I think has to do with the ray tracing being baked into the game.
Yeah, but
does it support PSSR2?
It does, yes. Yes.
Okay.
So if you
It's
turn
got
on
that
quality
PS4
mode,
support.
Sean, on the Xbox
No.
Series X, it's that, but with 60 frames on the PS5 Pro.
But it's not locked 60, is it?
It's no, because there's CPU bound moments. Like when you run through town and there's a lot of NPCs on screen, the frame rate comes down there.
I'm
yeah.
doing that right now.
Yeah.
That still that happens in performance mode.
Yep. So that's kind of the thing is it could be, you're right, it could be this engine, but I think we're, especially this year going into next, we're going to start seeing these systems like struggle. Like that PS5, the PS5 base is it's rough times with this game. So it's
So
basically
you're
balanced for
saying-
quality.
So you're saying I should play Crimson Desert Game of the Year edition on PlayStation 6?
Wait,
right?
That
like
might be the move.
A year
Yeah.
or two, and you might be all right.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm gonna do.
But even
That
then,
sounds like a PS6
if-
game for me.
They're not going to improve
like,
the story. I mean,
Yeah, I was
what
gonna
are
say,
they
if
going to
you
do
like
about
a good
that?
story or
Yeah.
something like that, like you're never gonna get some. Maybe you should just not play it.
Spoilers.
I
You want to be
just-
chosen by God? Give a man a coin and then get a cat off a roof. Like that's all.
Don't forget to
just-
clean the chimney.
I just picked up Daemon X Machina Titanic Sun. I just waited for all the patches on PS5. $24. Not I'll
To-
play it.
To be fair, when I played Elden Ring though, I really liked the game. I don't know what was going on in the story of that game.
Yeah,
That's
but
because like you got to get all like the lore
yeah,
stuff.
but you get
right?
stuck in these cutscenes. They can let you fast forward, but you
Fast
got to
forward's
sit
funny.
there and watch.
Oh,
You press the little
forgot
button and it
about
just
that,
fast
yeah.
forwards.
Yeah, why can't I just skip it? Like
I
some
don't
of these,
know.
like the nonsensical ones. Obviously, more story on that. Some little fucker lost his sheep. I don't care. This is my mission. I have to find this child sheep.
You gotta
I've
carry
already
it
met
back.
God.
Yeah.
You got to carry it back.
You're gonna make that kid meet God, right?
Yeah.
You can you can just pick up cats and walk around with them in town too. It's actually really
Don't
funny.
tell the girl that. Look at her
Random
eyes.
animals. You can do it with random animals. I
You-
picked up one of these weird bunny, like kangaroo, tiny things.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome. Can you store them somewhere?
You
Like,
store them like what?
No,
I,
okay.
I have something in my inventory marked as pet, and we do have a camp, and I think you can add stuff to it. So I
okay,
don't
can
know
you
if you
animal hoard? Can you just like find things
Mhm.
around the map and just
can. Yeah,
okay? You guys sold me on this.
pick up
game.
chickens,
Like,
throw them at people.
you find an enemy, you get chosen by God, you get to clean a chimney, and you can hoard animals. Like, and I
So-
guess you save some guy's sheep. Like, this sounds great. It's just
We-
No,
random
it's a
side quests.
child sheep. It's his
we
pet.
already
Woolly.
It's
we
not
already
even the
know
real
that
sheep.
there's
What's the
we already
sheep's
know
name?
there's a
Wooly.
what is his name?
Wooly?
Yeah,
That's cute.
Wooly the sheep. So we already know that there are mechs in the game. There are dragons. They're jetpacks. Apparently, the reason they're mechs is because you eventually come to a town, is what they were saying, that has like gotten like the Industrial Revolution or something, and they've learned all this stuff. And
Magic plus metal.
yeah, so apparently that happens at some point in the game. So I was just like, okay, how far do they go with this thing? And apparently it gets like really absurd. So
Has anyone beaten
We'll see.
this game?
you know, I was wondering because a lot of
I
the
don't think
reviews
anyone
went,
has.
a lot of the reviews were like, oh yeah, I'm 100 hours in. I haven't beaten the game, but I'm at 100 hours. I was like, what?
Wait,
I saw
question.
reviews of people that beat the game.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh,
Who?
man.
Did
Okay,
they
all
say
the
they
random-
beat the game?
Call them
Well, I
up.
mean, they said they beat the game. I don't know if
Okay.
they actually. I didn't check myself, like in terms of like their PSN or their PC Steam achievements. But
See that
they-
30-hour playtime? They're like, this
They
is
said
fun.
they beat the game. I mean, and then one guy, what's his face? He's been a YouTuber for a long time. He just does uploads. He beat the game in 19 hours, but he just went straight through.
Go ahead,
What's
Celia.
Shakiro?
Oh,
or
I was about
Shak-
to ask how long the mainline game is because you were saying that some guy has like 200 hours in it, and I was like, Jesus Christ,
Shakira.
like how long is this game?
Shakira.
Second question:
Shakira.
has anyone beat it playing DDR yet? 'Cause I feel like you know in these dance
it
pads
might
or whatever.
control better.
The DDR. If I control
No,
Yeah,
that.
there's-
like, when they
There's no way. You're going to have to be attacking to get around. There's no
Well, what if
movement
you could
there
have
anymore.
the controller while you're on the dance pad? You might have enough buttons then.
I feel
those,
like
macro buttons, you know.
You could wear two
someone's beat it with
Nintendo
Elden
Power
Ring
Gloves.
and like all that, so it might be cool. I don't know.
Uh,
N64 power glove on your wiener.
you know what the
Four
funniest
buttons.
part is about this? The people who reviewed the game apparently had no fast travel points. they were like losing their mind when they heard the day one patch added fast travel points to like the town or the
Wait,
abyss up in the
Wait,
sky.
there was no.
and-
You have to just do everything manually.
Apparently, yeah, that's what they were saying. They had to like so I think for
No.
town, and then there were certain spots you could fast travel
The
to.
witch
But like to go to
hut.
town
Okay.
or your base camp, there were no fast travel points to that. So
But there
I think,
are some fast travel points,
Yeah,
though.
yeah. So
Okay.
I think what so they added more to they had one in the town, base camp, and in other spots that
I've
apparently
like
what you'd have to
4
do-
in the first kingdom.
Yeah, what you had to do is they were just teleporting to the abyss thing, just jumping off to get back to any of the spots. That's what they had to do. So it was not great. But the nice thing is they are patching the game actively, and it seems like they're taking feedback. So as many have mentioned here on the panel, maybe in a few months it'll be in a good position, or better position, I'll say, to attempt it. So we'll see. It's weird that they were like, oh wow, people don't like these controls. It's like, no,
didn't the
controls aren't good.
One of the fuckers say it was like riding a bike or something? One of the
I
developers.
wouldn't say that. Yeah, I wouldn't have said that. That's not good. It's like tap X or tap cross or A to run.
Xbox.
Jump with X, jump with square.
Riding a bike felt like crazy back in the day, like when you were first learning, though.
Hopping on that 100-foot wheel unicycle.
You had the training wheels and stuff.
No, but like when you took off the training wheels, it felt crazy. Like, it felt like, damn, what the like. You know, at least for me.
It's gonna be an interesting one to follow for its updates. But I'll be.
I think I'm at the part you were just talking about, John.
Oh, are you getting camp? You setting up your camp?
I'm talking to Barden Midler right now, and he's introducing me to some woman, and I guess I'm about to play
the GTA moment.
Watch the introduction. Watch the backstory, the lore. It's gonna kick in. Get ready.
Hey, here's this woman. All right, until next time.
That's exactly what happened.
That's literally what just happened. And now I play as the woman.
Yep.
Yeah. It does the GTA mode too, where it zooms all the way up into the sky and then comes back down.
She has her own skill tree, and you share skill tree points. So
there we are.
Level which one you care about.
Well, I obviously care about the person I've been putting skill points into.
Yep.
You can just switch back to them after you got to set up camp. But yeah,
you can summon them to you too. They'll help you out.
Yeah,
that's okay. Almost like it's an MMO.
Yep.
There you go. Okay. Well, that's Crimson Desert. You know, people can decide if they want to pay. I don't know. It's a whole thing. We'll see. Apparently, I'm to the point now where it gets good, is what people say. 8 to 10 hours. So, I think it's the idea, because we're in the area we've been in is like the training area basically. So
what does it matter? It's not. You could put lipstick on a pig. It's still a pig.
Well, I played 25 hours of Final Fantasy 13, and eventually it got better. So there you go.
You know what you could have done? You could have beaten Resident Evil Requiem like 4 times.
Well, that game was good right away.
Yeah. Where am I moving this sack to?
I think that's what it comes down to.
That's something you got to deal with in your personal life.
If you spend the time,
age does suck for that, Sean.
If you spend the time to actually play this game, like it might get better and better as you play.
There you go.
But that's crazy.
Then you take an hour away, and then you forget that you can power punch while hanging on something, and then you won't be able to do anything in a puzzle later on.
There was a whole thing at the beginning of the game where there's a puzzle. It's like the first hour or so, and people were having a hard time with that online, and it made me realize why there is so much yellow paint in games. I'll say that.
Yeah, I don't.
And that things was like that fly to where you're going and leave a trail, and
you were telling me to because you thought I was going to quit before that.
I was like the puzzles coming up, the tests that people say online that are like, well, you'll know how long you've been playing games for, basically.
I honestly thought that was super simple. Like, I didn't realize that was it until it was done, and then I was like,
go on social media. People are taking snapshots of it and are like, what do I do?
You follow the instructions. It tells you what to do.
It shines lights on everything. There's no yellow paint, but there's lights. There's a imaginary person.
Yellow
hologram.
Oh shit! Someone in the chat mentions this. Did you notice any of those AI generated art assets when you were playing, or no?
It's on these portraits that are usually off to the side in houses, and I mean, obviously a lot of people didn't stop to look at them because no one noticed it until now. But like people were zooming in and posting them online. They look so bad and like egregious that it's almost like laughable to where. Like, what are they doing? Like, what is that? Some were saying, oh, it might be placeholder, like clear obscure. I'm like, well, it's still there. So probably not. That might just be what it is. I don't know what they were thinking with that.
There's a lot of them.
The Koreans give a fuck. They're going to be like, fuck you. Goddamn right we did it.
They did sell. It sold 2 million copies in less than 24 hours. So
there you go. We got our money. Go suck a dick.
I mean, yeah.
Sorry, I'm driving stakes into the ground now.
Okay. Well, that's Crimson Desert.
I think at this point, the whole AI stuff, the devs are just gonna be like, and
speaking of AI, DLSS 5 kicked off the week. It's hard to believe it's been a week for this thing. It does not feel like it's been a week. It feels like it's been longer than that at this point for this, because so much stuff has happened with it. But DLSS 5 was announced, and we had a video, an article from NVIDIA, the comparisons. Digital Foundry did a whole thing on it, and everyone was like, "Oh, cool! What's DLSS 5?" The last 4 iterations have just been getting better and better, making games from lower resolution look better in 4K, and we get performance benefits from it. Awesome. And then they showed something that doesn't look like it. It doesn't seem like DLSS to me, and that's the thing that's so weird about the marketing for this. It's not doing what we expect DLSS to do. And I think when that slider went past Grace from Resident Evil, it was all downhill from there for them, because it just looked bad. I don't know.
Dude, I thought it was like a joke. Like, I saw the screenshot comparisons on the timeline. Oh, they're like another meme. You know, just scroll past it, then 10 minutes later, it's like, oh no, this is like a
Radic. It was
thing.
Literally like the Horizon meme. You know,
yes,
with the like with the makeup. Yeah, it reminded me of that a little bit.
What are you guys? What are you talking about? Digital Foundry was blown away by it. Was Richard Ledbetter was drooling over this. How amazing it was. What are you guys talking about? It looks bad. They're just AI haters.
Yo, the curtain kind of just was revealed, bro.
And then the follow-up. Dude, I did not see that follow-up video. And we were doing Analog Allies, and Brett brought up the thumbnail, and he was like, have you seen it? I was like, no. And I looked, and I literally laughed for like several minutes, and then I had to make a tweet about it.
I watched
it was
the
such
video.
a funny picture.
Bro, I watched the video. I'm like, yeah, that's how you know they publicly funded now. They got
Have you seen this, Celia? Have you seen this?
No,
oh,
okay. I missed this. I've been busy with prepping for PAX and GDC. So wait, what the hell?
This is Grace from Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Okay. So the idea of DLSS is they were saying that it alters lighting and makes the games look more realistic in terms of lighting. All right. Okay. So they have this little slider here, right? And this slider goes, as you see, DLSS 5 is on. Right now it's off. And it affects everything in the scene, including Grace. All right. So
is she going to take a trip to Sephora?
Yes.
Yes.
That's actually very good.
Sorry.
That is correct.
That was an aggressive laugh.
With it on and off. And now, by the way, keep in mind, the context of the scene is she is going to investigate a murder scene. All right, that is very, very personal, we'll say to her. And so
had to hit her stylist, get her roots or something.
And this is, by the way, the setup was she's been at the police station, obviously, the way they have papers and stuff stacked around her for probably a shift, maybe 10 hours, 12 hours, something. And now she's going to leave and go to this crime scene of a murder.
She got like some filler. Like, is the cop also an injector? Like, hell yeah.
You need to show the child from Harry Potter who now has a mustache.
Who just gets old.
Aged. Yeah.
Let me see if I can find it. Because they have all these comparisons.
Some people have brought up the idea that because it's AI driven and a lot of these AI bots are like shown very specific things, they're shown specific beauty standards for women. So like if a female character is on screen, it's like, well, let's just force this onto that character. And then that's what got us the new Grace.
But I don't know, because even Homeboy went from 15 to 50.
Yeah, so he's supposed to be right, like 15 or so here, right?
Most likely, it looked at his jacket and assumed he was in his 50s.
That is crazy,
bro. Look at his lip line. He literally has stubble now. He doesn't have it there.
He needs to go to Sephora. Wild.
So what happened was NVIDIA says it's all lighting. It's just lighting, right? Which since then, I mean, I don't know. Here's the problem. All right, we have eyes. That's the issue, right? So it's that doesn't look like just lighting to me. People spent a good part of the next day or two explaining, oh, it's just lighting, and then come to find out, seems that it's more than lighting. All right.
I mean, that guy in the background changes almost his whole shape when you move the thing over.
Yeah.
It's so the old lady one too. Which
Oh,
goes
that
from
one
like
is
60 to 600.
That was
Yeah, man. It's
terrifying.
just straight
Can you
up,
go
like,
over the Gremlin guy too in the
It's
Harry
been
Potter
84 years.
Oh, yeah.
It was
Does he
that
get
late.
prettier?
his whole
or
head shape,
uglier?
changes.
I can get that. There was
Crazy.
one where people pointed out, I don't think I compares on there, where it looked like it interpreted a shadow as his nostril. So it did that too. Basically, the long story short there is, turns out it's doing more than just changing lighting in the scene. And with one person, what was his? I have to double check to make sure he has his name right on YouTube. Ended up talking with an NVIDIA engineer with questions, and it comes back that what it's doing is not necessarily aware of everything in 3D space that the game is making up, like off-screen stuff where lighting may be coming from, anything. What it's doing is just legitimately taking a 2D snapshot of as frames are coming in, and just running an AI filter over it. That's what's happening.
So you're seeing it in the slide picture. If you see it in action, it looks almost like 2D images of AI that's forcibly animated in another AI program, where like the faces kind of slide. It's not that it's turning. It's so weird looking.
It's almost like moving back. So here, this is the lady Sean was talking about, right?
Yeah,
Here she is. This is
terrifying.
DLSS off, and that's all.
And then Walnut SS on.
Goes from a nice grandma to a horror movie grandma.
It's it's like that scene in Family Guy where they get HD TV and they turn on the news and it's like everyone's just like freaks out. Yeah, that's
Just lighting though.
Okay,
Looks amazing according to Digital Foundry, by the way.
I have a question of how this is intended to be used in practice. Like, they expect game developers to
forcibly
force game developers, but like, I don't know, my fear about it is that like there's some creative direction with how the characters are intended to look,
right.
And this changes that. And if there's graphical errors in the character models, are devs just always going to point to NVIDIA now? Like, are people going to blame the devs for something being wonky when they didn't even do that?
Well, one of the things is that you got people like Todd Howard, of course, coming out and saying, "Oh, this is great," and art direction and all this sort of stuff. But people don't realize that they're not knocking on the art director's door and being like, "Hey, we're gonna change this up a little." They're gonna be like, "I run this fucking company. This is what we're doing. Whatever you think of it, so be it." So like, you're not actually talking with the artist who creates the images or anything like that. You're talking to a CEO, and a CEO is always going to be a CEO and be like, yeah, whatever, do it. That's the new thing. Awesome.
You also have to kind of justify the expenditure for like the AI development and stuff. And if they've been saying if there's no outlet for it, then they've just been spending billions on something no one's going to use. So if you demand people to use it, you create your own market.
Were you trying to say something, Reddick?
No. Yeah, just jump off of what RGT was saying. Like, I was kind of surprised. Like, these weren't just like random games they chose. Like, they partnered up with these studios. Like, they partnered up with Bethesda, WB. Capcom was the one that was really surprising to me because, like,
they partnered with the heads. I don't understand.
Yeah, the heads. Like, how could you be the head of Capcom? You look at that Grace image. It's like, yeah, okay, that looks way better than our original Grace. It's like, that's kind of concerning to me.
You know how? Money. I guarantee you. There's an auspicious amount of people online that are sucking this thing's dick like it's the greatest thing ever, and I'm not trying to insinuate.
You keep bringing up dick so much, bro. Like, god damn.
The lady doth protest too much.
Am I?
Is something you trying to tell us? I don't judge.
It sounds like you're interested, but no.
I'm just saying, bro.
I support your love.
There were stories that came out, the reports that many of the developers at these studios and companies that were named and had these examples were not aware that this was happening, and found out when we found out as the sliders went over their work. And even like Capcom, you're right. Capcom is the one where, we all looked at that and said, what happened to Grace? I can't believe, again, Sean mentions probably money, but I can't believe they wouldn't look at them and be like, yeah, that's maybe not the best shot, because I'd say NVIDIA, they need people to think this looks good, because as Evan mentioned, their entire company, they're an AI company now. They're no longer anything else really. So AI needs to work, and that means it has to work in gaming. It has to work in automation, everywhere. So in their mind, that's why Jensen when he was asked about this at the recent convention that they were holding, he was like, "No, the gamers are wrong. They're all wrong."
What a great thing to say. Yeah.
Well, I mean, his company's worth over $3 trillion. He probably feels like he can literally say anything. It won't matter, really. So that's why. But yeah, they're going to do whatever they can to push this. And the other issue with this is you need two 5090s, apparently, one to run the game, the other one to render all this AI filter stuff over top of it. And on top of that, NVIDIA is known to be very proprietary with their stuff, whether it's DLSS or G-Sync. This would be something I assume that would also be proprietary, to where AMD would have to develop their own. And really, I'd have to wonder how interested you feel like they would have to be, because AI is all this money. But I don't know if I would be that interested in pursuing this when what their effort should really be in is conquering ray tracing and I would say leaning more into the gaming performance and trying to catch up there.
What's fancier to shareholders, ray tracing or AI? You got shareholders are fucking
AI.
Yeah, like, you know,
dude, this AI stuff is trash though. I'm not talking about just with this, because like this is kind of a side thing. I know, Argent, you use Power Director, right?
Yeah, that always tries to do the AI up. I mean, it's
did you do the 365 or no?
No, I have Power Director 18.
Oh, okay, yeah, like the 360, I had to revert back to like, it's like they're pushing this AI crap in Power Director like crazy. Do not do it. It bogs down my system so much when I edit because of all this AI trash that they're just pushing every single update. I had to revert back to like 3 or 4 previous versions just before they started doing all like the crazy AI stuff, just for it to be fast and snappy again. Like, I'm kind of like sick of this AI stuff, man. Like, it's investing everything.
Like I was talking about before, back in January, I had to call State Farm because my local branch was on vacation or something. And they're like, we use AI to route your calls. And I'm like, why? I'm pressing a button to tell you what I need. Why is AI involved in this? You know, Photoshop. Oh, activate new AI features. Activate this. Like, no,
yeah,
I don't need it.
Dude, like every 3rd or 4th Google result search I get, I always have the pop up. Oh, use Gemini, use this. It's like,
use Gemini, use Copilot, use Grok, use ChatGPT, use. Like, no, I'm okay. Thank you.
They need it to work. They need people to use it. But it's got to justify its existence. That's why DLSS 5, where there doesn't need to be light, it puts light there because it needs to justify its existence. And that's the thing that just looks so off about it. It's like, man, not every scene needs a 3-point lighting system just off camera. Okay, it is not necessary. So, I'm hoping this is a situation. I mean, here's the unfortunate thing: DLSS is actually pretty good before this whole DLSS 5. It's gotten very 100%. Good. And now they just damage the entire branding of DLSS. Now you hear DLSS, you're like, oh gosh,
like they just ruined it, man.
I mean, at its core, DLSS was making high
the handheld systems better, yeah.
Well, yeah, or you know, mini PCs or something like that. High demand games look and run at better frame rates and resolution, and everyone loved it. Everyone's like, oh, this is fucking awesome. And then you had like FSR and stuff like that. You didn't need to. Like, it almost feels like it should have been like a separate thing.
Yeah.
Like not DLSS 5, like NVIDIA Next or something. And this is something else we're doing. Like
NVIDIA facelift. Yeah.
Like I don't
lighting RTX or something. I mean, there's something they could have called it, I'm sure. LTX lighting or something. I don't know. There's something
LTG
they could have.
lighting.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, PSSR 2
DSP
came out the same day. And like DSP lighting. But yeah, Pisser 2 came out the same day, and that was like received way better because it's not AI garbage, So that's like really all we need, really.
It still uses like neural networks and stuff to reconstruct the image, but the difference, and that people bring this up, and it's like it's not the same thing, because when you see what DLSS will say, just go back to 4 or something when that released, versus PSSR 2.0 or a new FSR or something, it's reconstructing the same image. Like you're just getting a cleaner version of that image. It's not facelifting and doing the Instagram model filter thing on it.
Yeah, that's what I don't want them to like like add a bunch of lighting, like where they're like, I want it to look just like, give me like the sharper image, or make the game like run better.
Remove
whatever,
like the noise and the shimmering and all that.
Like that, and that's what like the PSSR does, and that's what DLSS did beforehand. And it was like that, but this one is just they went too far. They went along. Sometimes you get a little over ambitious, and I think that's what happened here.
Shout out to the sharper image. That was a cool store.
But
that store at the mall,
it was like high-end Spencer's Gifts.
Yeah.
What was it
It
called?
was so rad. Sharper image.
The sharper.
That's where you
image.
could buy a massage chair if you felt like it.
I'd always go in there. Like,
Brookstone. OJ, we had Brookstones, which carried like all.
I've never been in
stuff.
that. Never been in that shit either.
Okay, never mind. That
Are
was
you
in
guys
like a lot of
scared
LA
that-
malls.
Are you guys scared we're in the minority and that like DLSS 5 might become like a mainstream kind of thing?
It's not whether we're a majority or minority. If they force it on you, you're just using it.
Yeah, they're gonna do what they're gonna do anyway.
Well, I
Which
also
then
think
justifies the AI, and that's it.
well they would have to make they'd have to make it run a lot better on lesser hardware.
Yeah, it's dual 5090s.
No one has 5090s, but the idea being in the future it could get to that point. I don't know, because I definitely feel like I see some people say it looks good, and then once I saw that pop up, I went online just to double check my prescription to make sure I would, everything was in line there.
Medication and eyes.
I had to. I mean, I thought I was going crazy for a minute. I said, "There's no way." And like I get some people argue with the environments and stuff. That's fine.
Right.
It's really when it comes to the faces, that's the thing that's throwing everyone off because it feels so unnecessary with what it's doing, and it does have that uncanny valley feel. To
I
it.
saw hardcore like content creators like really say, "No, this looks great. This is the best."
They exist. Yeah, and they exist within the Snapchat filter.
I saw.
Check their wallets.
I don't know if they have anything to do with the walls. I think some people just really like graphics, man. They just think that this makes the graphics look a lot better.
Or they want NVIDIA's attention. Because when a company sees everyone bad mouthing them and then someone's brown nosing them, oh, who's this guy? Maybe we could work with this guy or something. You always have to look at everything with a very critical lens.
Ulterior motives.
Always. I just made some clear soup for these people at my camp.
Yep, it's very nice of you. Hey, here's the other question. This is something that came up too while this is all going on. Because a long time ago, we would go, man, graphics are eventually going to look like real life. And now people are stopping and they're asking themselves, they're saying, how realistic do we want our games to look in the long run? Do we actually want real life looking games?
Did you guys see the like GTA 4 like AI mod thingy? And it looked literally like real life like Nico Bellic, and I was terrified.
Yeah,
like I was absolute, and I'm like, I don't want this. I do not like. I kind of like the stylized. Maybe that's because I'm a weeb or something. But like, I don't know. I don't think I want like really realistic looking. So that's just me though.
I mean, it depends on the game. Like a sports game, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sports game. Oh, yes, absolutely. Like if it's a game where even like GTA is supposed to be like, it's like not really realistic, but it's like supposed to be more like real. Like that freaked me out, So I don't know.
Even that has kind of an art style to it. GTA.
Yeah, I mean, there's been high end visual games like Body Cam. You remember that one for the?
That one was looked crazy,
and that freaks me out too. That also freaks me out. Like, so I don't know.
I mean, but it's kind of like because it's not like your favorite JRPG or something like that is going to use something like that. There's always going to be style. Well, that's true. But I mean,
Resident Evil,
Gran Turismo or something.
Resident, that's Japanese, man. That's a so
yeah. Resident Evil's always had nice graphics. Like it's
always had a stylized though too. I never felt like Resident Evil's like super realistic because of the way that they would do the art and how the game. Like I knew that it was nice graphics, but I never saw it as like a realistic like realism. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you guys saw it differently.
No, I mean, there are like enemy designs, characters, and there was kind of a almost larger than life at times. Like definitely some of the big enemies you end up going up against, obviously.
Even kind of like anime-ish, like it's a bit. It's like even like Wesker or some of like the designs just didn't feel like it was like super like realism.
The point
like,
is you can look at it, you can tell it's a game, while you're
playing.
Yeah.
And then like punching boulders, like that would just look crazy if it was like real life.
That's kind of the question though. If it gets to a position where you're watching it, you can't tell the difference between the game, or if you're watching, a real life adaptation of that game on TV. So that's kind of the question. Is do people really wanted to get to that? I kind of feel like we're visuals now. Like if we were at the peak of visuals, I don't know if I would be disappointed necessarily.
Really? You don't want PS6 to support 8K gaming?
That's just K though. That's just smoothing out edges. Like
like I don't see anyone really ask beyond 4K at this point. I understand lighting, sure, and like ray tracing. That's all stuff that is already out there, and it's like, do we get to a point where that's just completely figured out and you're getting your 60 frames, 120 frames or whatever at 4K?
But we can really explore like some of the fun stuff, like sound. Like if you can actually nail perfect sound, that'd be amazing.
Or like enemy AI, like not like AI, like actual proper like,
or like having a realistic world where you could actually damage stuff,
but like physics and stuff, like right,
evolution,
destructible elements and stuff. What they were kind of doing with the 360, and then they were like, no, we're just gonna make everything
sounds like realistic.
Hey, Red Faction, man, come on.
Red Faction Army.
Okay.
Red Faction.
What Sean just said. Yes, Red Faction Guerrilla.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But that's the thing. Not every game needs that. I mean,
not every game. That's true. Not every game.
Imagine Halo with that. You're just drilling a hole to the final boss.
That'd be kind of cool.
I mean, I think that like if you look at like the games, like how good the graphics are, I mean, like Horizon is already really good looking. It's just a matter, I think, of like taking that and like, okay, now you can do a bit more like with the physics in the world, or cutting down trees, or like doing certain things maybe that you couldn't do like with the power of the PS6. You can get other stuff in there that you wouldn't be able to do. But the game already looks, to me, I mean, I know it sounds weird, but it already looks kind of like, okay, that's as good or as good as it can get. Like, how long are these games taking? The more you push the graphical envelope, the more it's gonna that's great. It looks better, but it's also gonna take way longer to make. Now because like we're getting to the crazy, like these games are taking way too long to make.
Right, and that's a whole other point. It's like, you don't need the craziest graphics in the world. As the performance of the game is good and the game is fun. Like, who cares?
Yeah, we just talked about that Bullet Hell earlier. Is an amazing game. Does that need DLSS 5?
Yeah. No, I was gonna ask Celia, like after this conversation, is Mina the Hollower gonna support DLSS?
Yo, hit it with the
DLSS she's going straight to Sephora. Eyelashes and all, falsies. That no, I don't think so.
like a real mouse going around.
No, but we'll find out. But like, I don't know, as a gamer looking at this stuff, like I don't care about graphics, to be honest. All I care about is the game fun. Does it work? Are the mechanics intuitive, enjoyable for me, and that's it. So
art style though, like I think there's a pitch to be made about art style being incredibly important now as graphics are as good as they are. It's how do you separate yourself from the pack? It's like come up with an interesting way to present with those limitations of graphics now in art style.
I think that's like the one thing from that DLSS 5 video that no one really touched on is once you see the DLSS 5 on, those are all different game companies and they all looked very similar.
Yeah, they did. It's kind of like Unreal Effect.
It's the game. I was going to say.
I mean, think about when you watch Summer Games Fest. It's like 13 of the 30 games.
The 5th Genshin Impact.
They can all be like related. It's like what
all
the
of those Genshin Impact games, like style games that look all the same.
Genshin Impact or Outer Space or Medieval. Those are the 3 genres nowadays.
Farming.
Yeah, farming.
Can't forget the farming simulators, the Nintendo Direct Farm or the Nintendo farming simulators as well.
I love those. Give me more.
What if they use DLSS 5?
Real blades of grass.
Realistic looking cows. Crazy. Realistic
hair on the cows' chins and stuff. Or
no, but real talk, Pokemon Company, y'all want to use that shit? Go right the fuck ahead.
it just turns them into those horror versions of Pokemon, the ones that are like Cthulhu twisted.
Oh gosh,
right ahead.
Like turn it off quick.
Yeah, right. Let me go through some of the super chats here. Medallion says rip death because it has to greet Chuck Norris. I saw so many. That was all like in the TMZ thing that announced it. It was just all like old school jokes about Chuck Norris.
Yeah, man, that made me feel old. I was like, oh yeah, I'm like in the late 2000s, early 2010s.
You feel old. Jesus.
Yeah, a lot of feel old, Radic. Okay.
Yeah,
shout outs to Walker, Texas Ranger, man. That show was crazy, funny, and good at the same time. It was so bad, it was good, but then it was actually legitimately good sometimes. So.
Yeah, and then people took all the clips and like just post them out of context, and it was like the weirdest thing where he tastes the ground and he's like, a plane crashed here or something. It's like, what?
And then like he's inside of a plane and like he's never flown a plane before, but then somehow he knows how to fly the plane and he lands the plane perfectly on its first try. Like,
it's like every dude's fantasy. Yeah. Landing.
Like there was one time like when people barged it in before, there's no way he would have known it. He just jumped behind the table and like they were shooting. It's like he just randomly knew it. Like that show is awesome. If you haven't seen Walker, Texas Ranger, go check it out. It is great.
Shake and Bake says when the boogeyman goes to sleep, it checks his closet for Chuck Norris. See? Support Stilling Gamer says, I'm testing the new DLSS 5, but now player essence is resembling Ricky James. John looks like a zesty Bob Ross pro and everything.
Ricky James? I said Ricky James.
I think Rick James.
Is there a driver update that will fix this? Thanks for the positive
meaningful
content. Thank you.
Said, like, I thought you'd use like Barrett or something like that. That's Rick James. Okay.
Cristobal says, I want to purchase Tokyo Extreme Racer from Play Asia. I have a North American PS5. Do I get the Asia version or the Japan version? I ordered one. I got so the Japan version, I believe, is that only has Japanese as an English option or an option, I believe, for language. The English option, I think, is in the Asia version, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yep. So pick that. That's the one I picked. I'm still waiting for it to come in. When it does come in, maybe I'll do a short to check it out to see what it comes with. I'm curious, like how the box art looks and everything. Maybe it has reverse cover art. I don't know. We'll see. And there we go. Bespoke. Shout out to Bespoke. Says, I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Life in plastic is fantastic. You brush my hair. But DLSS 5 everywhere. Imagination. I'm going to go put makeup on your creation. Now all the panel together.
Come on,
Barbie. Let's go, Barbie.
Let's go, Barbie. Yeah.
Bespoke with the big one.
Hey, man, that song's so a banger. I don't give a fuck what anyone says.
No one disagrees. It's delightful.
Aqua's not bad.
Watchtower says, I have one platinum Senran Kagura Festival versus absolute class.
I appreciate people that only have one platinum. It's like, all right, I love this. This is the game I love.
It's about the game. Yeah.
He was playing that game with his pants off the whole time.
One hand on the controller.
He just had a t-shirt on playing that game, getting the platinum.
Wait, what is that game? Hold on.
Senran Kagura. Yeah,
Google it.
Look it up, Stu. Don't tell nobody.
Yeah, just Google it.
Oh shit! Damn! I had to close it. I was not expecting that.
Sorry.
Just type in Senran
Kagura.
That's why I said he's playing with that's all, Reddit.
Jesus. Bro, I put that on Microsoft Edge in the safe resorts. I can't even talk right now. Fuck it, whatever.
Okay.
Safe results came up. I was like, are you
I feel like the Edge browser is where it belongs.
Yeah.
Conte Beef says, hey guys, love the show and crew. Been binging RE games after RE9. Just started my run of RE4 on the Wii. It's actually easier to aim this way. It is.
Mm-hmm.
It is. The pointer controls
it's a
are
good
great.
version.
I can't. Oh, sorry. Like I can't. People actually play games like that.
Yes.
Yes. It's a huge market.
Huge money market. Yeah.
They spend a lot of money.
Fuck, dude.
Andy Ackford says,
powerful.
Team Radic today. Get good, Sean.
I think that's a Heavy Rain reference, right?
There it is.
Sean.
Yeah.
Sean.
Jason.
Nintendo Ovo says, Kimmerix, do you own a Switch 2? And if not, what's the last Nintendo made game you played?
Okay, there's something on Switch 1. It was probably this. I probably played Splatoon just before I stopped playing everything on the Switch 1.
You were big into Splatoon actually when that hit.
For a little bit until about the 10th time the host left and just crashed out the freaking lobby. And then I remembered I was paying for the internet to not actually play games, and I was just like, cool, and I just stopped.
Mayo Riot says, figured out the game. It's kind of what Crimson Desert is.
Yeah.
What's this? Andy Ackerman says Jay Hayes is someone I followed for years. It's a mess.
Yeah, I think it used to be like a vape channel or something. And it was funny because like the dude's name is Jay Hayes, and Phil just Jay Hayes, thank you for the support. This is great. Wow, got a huge. I have received a $100.
I have received. That's a good one. That's a good
I just want to become a vape channel. I feel like that's like trying to sell VR to people on a flat screen TV. So like you don't have no idea what's going on. This is delicious. It's like...
So does he just sit and review vapes? Like have like a whole line of them and just
has like 30 coil meshes in them.
Interesting.
I don't even know how
epic clouds, bro. Epic clouds.
I just buy the disposable ones, man.
Yeah, no, I don't have a disposable. I just like, all right, what flavor am I feeling this week? Get it, move on with my life. That's it.
Warfame says, why in Crimson Desert when you level up, you don't get stronger, you get another button combination. You kind of do. Brandino says, has anyone from the cast checked out the Time Taker playtest? I have not.
I don't know what that is.
Playtest. Oh, NCSoft game?
I have not.
Fuck with Morris Day in the time.
What's it looking like? Time Taker playtest.
I got invited to the 4-loop playtest.
Do it. There it is.
Do it.
Dude, it's. I know it's a Sony published game, but it's really it's
just
testing
get the
me.
video, man. Just get the video.
Testing me to put it up.
It's testing you.
Oh man.
Yeah, you gotta do it for the video.
Dave says
it's under NDA. I can't even talk about it. Like playing it. Yeah.
Prototype. Dave Wonder says prototype guy says again, get Mr. Matty Plays on here. I'll talk to Matty.
Yeah, let's do it, bro. Let's do it. I fuck with Matty.
Jay says someone who played their MMO Black Desert Online. It's just Black Desert Online with better textures.
Yeah.
Korean devs are good at making a beautiful game with cool mechanics, but not really good at story and optimization.
Or controls.
There was I remember in Black Desert, you could hit a button and see the water map of the entire map, just in case you wanted to put your farm somewhere specific.
Interesting. Shake and Bake says Crimson Desert is a car crash, can't look away.
Something.
Bespoke says, but is it a DLSS 5 pig?
Could be.
Buy one BBL, get one free. Says you're telling me I have to put in a 9 to 5 shift 8 hours before it gets good.
That's a great way to put it.
Technically, yeah. Apparently, yeah. You got to do that in the opening area. Yeah. Claw says I didn't think Valve would let a game block hardware from booting unless for technical reasons. Yet Crimson Desert did it with Intel art cards. That's a weird part of it too. Apparently, the Intel had like engineers with them working on the game, and they still didn't support the art cards at all. So I don't know what the story is there. Like what happened. That's crazy. Pickle Rick says, do you think the Xbox shakeup Blade gets delayed to a launch title for Helix? Do you think the Venom game becomes the PS6 launch title? Love RGT.
Bro, I don't even know.
So
Blade is coming.
I don't think
I forgot about Blade. Holy shit!
I think Blade is not going to be affected one way or another with the hardware because it's going to come out on everything.
Yeah,
Venom.
It's still in development.
I think Venom is going to be a PS6 launch game. That's my prediction. Like I feel pretty confident in that.
I could see that.
It'll be like a Miles Morales style game. Yeah.
If it's not out this holiday, then yeah, I'd say it's probably that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that'd be cool. I love Venom as a character, so I'll be all over that.
Speaking of PlayStation, we had some news that came out, and this was reported over on Insider Gaming, that apparently they are dropping the PlayStation Network branding.
No.
But it seems so. People seem a little confused on this one because it seems so unnecessary almost. I mean, it's been PlayStation Network for how long now? Like 20 years.
06, 07?
PS3.
20, yeah, like 20 years, basically 2 decades, basically, right? And apparently they're moving off of that. Now people are trying to figure out what they're going to call it exactly. I saw one thing going around. They're just going to call it PlayStation. It's like
I think that's what it is.
Really? It's just PlayStation?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I think the term. Well, let me ask you this, John. When you think of PlayStation Network, the logo, what do you think of? What do you think of?
That
think
sphere
of
with all the symbols
purple
on it.
sphere with all the symbols. Yeah.
So that logo was retired like over a decade ago. So they haven't even used that. Yeah, and like I still think about it too. Like it's because technically it's like a blue circle with a
like bluish
PlayStation
purple
symbol on it.
It's like
The
in there.
PlayStation symbol.
Oh, that was the
middle,
first
new
one. The second PlayStation Network doesn't even have the purple. It's this blue circle with the
downgrade.
logo on it. It's definitely a downgrade, but like
it's very clean looking. The one before looked more video gamey, I guess I'd say.
Yeah, I love that logo. It's a very nostalgic logo for me. But I was reading an article from Push Square by Sammy Barker. Great shout to him, great guy. And he brought up some good points. It was like, yeah, when like PSN is really just like a phrase everyone uses because it rolls off the tongue really easily. Because like when I'm talking about like an online game I'm playing on PlayStation, oh yeah, I bought that on PSN. Or I bought this on, or I'm playing that game via the PSN. Well, PSN and PlayStation are literally the same thing. Like the network part is kind of redundant now because PlayStation, because when PSN was introduced as a term, physical and digital was still like there was enough of a separation there because not every PlayStation game was a PlayStation Network game. There was still like some physical only games.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like a great way to have like, all right, we actually have a PlayStation Store on our PlayStation Network. So you can actually go online and download demos, download games. Now it's just the PlayStation Store. Like we don't have to call it the PlayStation Network Store. We can just call it the PlayStation Store. It doesn't have to be your PSN ID. It's your PlayStation ID. So it is sad in a way because like I am very nostalgic for that brand, that logo. But the more I think about it, it's like we haven't really used it like, well, PlayStation hasn't really used it officially, and it has been kind of redundant. And anytime PSN has been brought up in the news, it's always about it going on offline. Like today.
So now they're just going to say
PlayStation
PlayStation has gone offline.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
And we're just going to completely miss out on the option of testing out Pisser by downloading a game on Pisson.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Today it went down, and it was just hashtag PSN down or something like that. It's like if people are still going to call it PlayStation Network, probably forever. It was PSN or so.
Oh, I'm still going to call it PSN. Yeah.
I guess internally they're just for developers, supporter, publishers. They're like, hey, that's not really what we're going to put on the box on the back anymore. Just to let you guys know, it's just I guess just going to be called PlayStation. Although I still feel like you would have to differentiate the network itself in some way. I mean, they have PlayStation Plus. Are they just going to say the online is just PlayStation Plus from now on? Yeah.
I think PlayStation Plus is going to be the well, first of all, we all agree it's going to get a price increase this year, right?
That's interesting because I feel like it will.
No, I don't agree. I don't want to manifest.
I think I
don't even pay for it.
Just before they make it free.
The thing that's going to be weird is they're going to increase the price on this, and I think Microsoft's going to make their online play free. So that's like a
Isn't there a rumor about that? Like it's only free if you're not using Xbox game mode or something like that?
Well, I think I think they're going to do it for their console as well. I think they're just going to make online play free, and they're just going to lean on the catalog of games for Game Pass as like a subscription thing, like Netflix kind of. It's like you can get these games, and we'll have hundreds of them here. But if you want to play online, you don't need to pay us anymore. I think that's what they're going to do.
It's because like they're making it like a PC hybrid, right?
Right. Yeah.
Thing is, Sony and Nintendo still have enough clout that they can get away with charging people for online. Like they make so much money off that alone.
Oh yeah, I think.
And then the thing is, like even with PlayStation, like you don't even need a PlayStation Plus to play like Fortnite or
right
Rocket League or any other of those free to play games. I think you need it for Call of Duty. Because it's a pay title.
You don't need it. I don't think you need it for Warzone.
You don't need it.
Yeah, you don't need it for Warzone.
Yeah, because I was able to play that for when I had to. So yeah, you don't need it for that.
Yeah. So the free to play games are generally the most popular ones, but it's just interesting to see that happen because it's the complete opposite of what happened back in the day where Microsoft showed up with Xbox, charged for online there, but Sony was still free, and now it's like it might be reversing. Honestly, at the end of next year when they both maybe launch their next systems.
I saw a rumor, and this is clearly fake because I think both Nate the Hate and Jason Schreier debunked this, that, Sony's going to introduce their own PC launcher, and then the only way you can play Wolverine on PC is through their own PlayStation-specific launcher. It's like, guys, they're not doing that.
That was something we talked about it for like half a year because assets, art, all that stuff was coming up for it because they were most likely poking and prodding at the idea, but just opted out.
Yeah,
they saw like 5 other launchers come and go because no one uses them.
Dude, if like Epic Games couldn't convince people to like download free games like GTA 5 and
no, people did download free
2,
games. They did download free games. Then they just didn't buy anything.
Yeah, then they just don't. They don't use it.
So now V-Bucks are more.
And that's it. Yeah.
I use the Epic Games launch, and it's actually dookie. Like it's
really bad.
Really bad. And I'm not even into PC gaming like that. But I mean, I have Steam, and Steam's very organized and very good. But it's pretty bad. So I can see why people don't use it.
Yep. And if your digital library is on Steam, it's hard to compete with that. When your friends, all the social features, the message board, if they have so much stuff, the
internal live streaming, video posting, like all the background, it's all there.
It's been around for too long too. Like it's just nobody can come through and just create something that's going to be able to kind of just compete right away.
Remember I remember my brother downloading Origin when Battlefield 3 was coming out. And I looked at I was like, what the fuck is this orange? Like, what is this? Hey, look, that's how I play Battlefield 3. I'm like, okay.
And the best was like the biggest game. The best was the biggest game on it. You had to, if you wanted to play the single player, it would like close and then reopen. And then if you wanted to go multiplayer, it would then close and reopen again to go back and forth between them.
That Origin was trash too, man. God, it was good.
Uplay. Shout out to Uplay.
Uplay is.
They tried.
They tried. It's not terrible. Like it's not great. It's lagging on some systems, but it's not bad. And with Uplay, I mean, this is even without Uplay, but they did a good job. I'll give Ubisoft some credit for cross saves. This is something that a lot of developers don't do.
Cross saves was big. Yeah, the trophy system they had was big too because it would actually give you an account score you could use to buy skins in other games.
Yep, and it was built in, and it's on everything. They put it on Nintendo. They put it on everything. So I will give Ubisoft some credit for what they tried to do. And like I said, you get the cross saves. That's something that's got to be more common. I mean, to have cross save, like you can play a game like let's just say like on Switch 1 or Switch 2, and then you can also have it like on PS5. It makes you want to actually buy, if you can, of course, buy 2 versions of the game, but at least for me, it did. But when they don't, like when I see other games and they don't do that, I'm like, oh man, I wish that like Resident Evil 5. I wish that had cross save. That would have been great.
What's interesting about the next gen Xbox?
Sorry, I meant Resident Evil 9. My bad.
Now that we're bringing up these launchers, there's people have been going back and taking a look just to see if they can find a time where Microsoft said it, and they haven't been able to where they said that Steam specifically would be something they're looking like that would be available on the next Xbox. They still haven't said that, and people are wondering, wait a minute, are we sure Steam's on this next Xbox?
I feel like it has to be, dude.
I think it might be because of things haven't been like quote unquote officially announced and shit like that. So maybe it's something like this mission sucks.
Well, even so, if you can just boot out of this console mode on your Xbox anyway, and you can do whatever you want, it's like you'd be able to load Steam anyway. But it's just something people notice. Like that's interesting. What if they didn't by default when you start it up have Steam on there, but they had like Epic Game Store for some reason? Let's see.
GOG. Yeah,
GOG.
It might be I don't know if I'm off based on this, but like in the Insider Gaming article, it said like by September it will be like fully phased out and retired. And I don't know if I'm just like reaching here like I'm Mr. Fantastic, but like I feel like like if they're doing this now, like retiring the PSN moniker, it's like are they like is PS6 gonna come out next year and like this is gonna be their new push? Like here's like a new I don't know like. Here's how we're gonna change our network services, shit like that. Maybe.
I'm kind of thinking GDC next year is when they do their thing where they show us what the PS6 logo looks like it's a big deal, and then it's just a year of them pushing towards the PS6 and their handheld.
Will Mark Cerny give another weird presentation with like silhouette people?
Always.
I think so because I think they'll use it as a way to kind of build up their partnership with AMD as well, and like all the stuff that he mentioned, like frame generation. Would be coming to PlayStation 5 or Pro, and that could be interesting just for again performance, like I'm seeing with something like Crimson Desert. It would definitely help with that. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff they want to talk about with them and AMD in collaboration anyway, and they'd love to probably put it on stage at GDC in front of all the press and media and developers and Celia and stuff. Everyone to go, so be interesting to see that happen.
Rest in peace, PlayStation Network. Rest in peace.
Yes. Joseph says, I saw DSP get stuck on an optional boss without leveling up anything up and rage quit. That's when I knew that I would love the game and bought it.
Wade's quit.
If he
get it
made a
right.
bunch of money, he would have loved the
Dude,
game.
and we're not even just trying to do this to troll. Trust me, I'm in the vortex, man. I know everything. And this guy would have kept playing if he made more. If he made more, like, he would have kept playing. He wouldn't have quit. He would have figured it out. And the only reason why he stopped was because he wasn't making enough, because he spent his whole day. And then he complained about it too. Like, he just sat there and complained about it.
Not enough kick support.
Yeah.
Kick support.
So that's the reason why he it's not a rage quit. It was a wage quit.
Big V 1924 says, do I need YouTube Premium for RE JK series titles now?
Dude, that was I can't believe that's been a controversy. It's like, yeah, like, you don't need to play Resident Evil games to be a fan of the franchise, which I guess it's like technically true, but I feel like you should play the games. Yeah, I don't think that's like too much to ask.
Stuff.
You know,
Books.
Suncinder says, hey, all big fans. Celia, looking forward to Mina. My question for you all: if I'm looking to start making gaming content like all of you, what is your advice for starting out?
Don't.
Jesus.
I'm joking. It was a joke. It was a joke. Go ahead.
Keep
John.
it simple.
My advice would be don't overthink it and turn on the camera and do your best.
John was thinking the exact same thing.
No, I think, you know what? I think everyone and anyone should try YouTube, because you never know.
Yeah.
You never know. Why not? At this point,
And
it's
don't
so
give
easy
up.
to do it, in the sense that, don't give
Well,
don't give up. But in the people will
Eventually
just turn
do it.
their phones on, and they can use that as a recording device now. Whereas back in the day, you'd have to go out and get some junky hand cam Sony thing that like barely. Sean, what was that one you used? The Handycam.
Yeah, Sony Handycam.
Yeah, like those were popular to get back then, because you walk into Walmart and you just saw it there for a couple $100, and that was
I used that as well. I use this, but no, to give you some real advice, son. Try to focus in. If you try to be a jack of all trades at the beginning, you end up being like Crimson Desert. You know what I'm saying? So try to hone in and focus on what you know and what you do well, because people can see the bullshit pretty quickly, and they'll know if you don't know what you're talking about when it comes to certain things. So focus on what you know, research what you know, and try to talk about topics that are popular within what you know. Don't extend out to stuff that you don't, just for the sake of it, to try to act like you know more than what you do. So
I talk about stuff you enjoy and have fun with too, because there's
yes,
very likely that you're a lot like people aren't going to find you right away, and you're just going to be kind of talking to nothing. But
that's why I said, talk about what you know, like what you know and what you're passionate about. Do that, because like you start stretching out to other stuff, it becomes nobody will watch it, or you don't know what you're talking about. People are going to call you out. So
and guilt your friends and family to watch it too, so that way you get some views.
Yep, there it is.
Oh, I never did that. I was like, I couldn't do it. Yeah.
See, that it's the lane's still open then for you. Just do that. Come like your videos. Buy One BBL says, I think NVIDIA trained their AI on Instagram filters and photos. 2026 gets catfished on dates and gets catfished by my video games. It was definitely trained by social media. I'll tell you that. Calendar Indie Game says, after the 10 out of 10 RE9, I decided to get into Blueprints on Switch 2. It's basically the same emotional state: fear, uncertainty, resource starvation. It is. Blueprints is good. If you've not played it, I recommend it. It is an awesome game. Very different kind of game too. Colin says, what's wrong with it? I don't like AI, but I'm looking at the picture and it looks more detailed, doesn't it? Please educate me.
I mean, it's essentially detailed.
So this is the thing. If your goal is detail, sure. Like, just adding more lines, just adding more shapes, just adding more texture, just throwing it on. But for us, it's like, probably, you guys watched Ren and Stimpy. You remember the times when they would just suddenly boot up the like weirdly high rendered art just out of nowhere, and how jarring that is.
Yeah, like in SpongeBob, right?
That's the feeling. It's like there's just too much, and it's not needed. And like, why is it there at that point?
Ren and Stimpy, a goated show, by the way. If you guys haven't seen that in the chat, check it out.
So the thing is that with AI and a lot of these filters, or the way that it passes over image, it tries to fill in details where there aren't details just for the sake of doing it, because it's like I have to justify its existence. So every little line is now a major wrinkle, and when, like, for example, with Grace, when she's walking down that dimly lit street, if you walk down that same street and looked at somebody, it would probably not look like that. There would not be a massive light here and then a fill light over here and then all like everything on their face were like having shadows. That probably wouldn't be the case. It would actually probably be quite flat in terms of the amount of lighting on their face.
The old lady from Hogwarts, all it did was basically go, all right, let me draw like 40 lines on each cheek.
Yeah.
Straight down. It's what? Okay.
Right. That's the point. It's like sometimes you just have muted facial lighting and features and stuff, and that's just the way it looks in real life, you know? So the realistic thing is, to me, doesn't really hold up with that even. Steven says, does boost mode signal less Switch 2 additions and upgrades? I was one of the 3 people looking forward to the Pikmin 3 Peggy rating for Switch 2. Let's see. The Switch 2... Oh, Joseph says, DLSS 5 equals Smash JT filter. Okay. Twitter can argue about that too. DC Fat Cat says, could Balan Wonderworld be worth $5.99 on Steam? Sean?
No.
Oh.
Well, what price would you toss it at on Steam?
Free.
Free, okay. So Epic Games, all right.
Yeah.
Colin with $1, and then Colin then once again says, never mind.
I think he deleted the comment, yeah.
Oh. DC Fat Cat's Kane and Lynch 2 for $2. It's playable in Germany. I mean,
there you go.
Kane and Lynch 2, $2.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that'll work. Cap, new member. Shout out to Cap. Mayo Riot says DLSS 4.5 looks scary in Crimson Desert. I haven't seen it in Crimson Desert. I'm not sure. Crimson Desert definitely looks a lot better on PC. I've seen some of the screenshots and videos. It looks a lot better than what consoles are looking like. That's the other thing that makes me go, okay. These consoles are, even though, again, we're 5 years in, they're starting to show their age a bit on the CPU side. Zoob says AI slop guzzlers on face boot proudly admitted that they don't even care about artistic intent when I grilled them on it.
Yeah, it really is Facebook and TikTok, like where I see the most AI proponents, unfortunately. But
that's like the filters are like, you know, you take a picture on your phone and then it touches up the image before you even look at it, kind of thing. And it's like people are just getting used to it.
Facebook is full of sleeper agents and shit, though. I mean, let's just keep it a buck. Like it really, and it's a joke, but it's like for real. It's like full of like the Meta, Facebook, Zuckerberg family and friends that he paid. Like, and I'm not trying to sound like conspiracy theory, but that shit is real. Like it's full of freaking sleeper agents that are just.
It's just bots, though.
Yeah, bots
like,
and people.
No one's real people like on Facebook.
Oh yeah, definitely.
No one's real in the world. How about that?
You saw the reports on
back on the third eye talk there, Sean.
Oh, don't make me open it.
We'll get demonetized if you do it on camera.
Great.
You got close that one time when you did the 8 Mile.
Unusual says, was surprised by PS Portal's update. I did not expect it to be as noticeable as it is. Also, input lag seems to have improved from what I can tell. It is better. I tried using it for Crimson Desert and I actually beat one of the bosses on the PlayStation Portal, which was kind of funny. But the high quality mode, it is clearer. Yes, absolutely is.
Yeah.
And it feels like they're setting up for that PlayStation Portal OLED. So I'm gonna bring it on. Ready for that.
I hope that's real, man. Do you think it's gonna come out this year or next year?
I think it's gonna come out this holiday. I'm ready for it. I'm going with like
I'm hyped.
October. I'll go with October.
What's the price point?
Nice.
300.
Ooh. How much is a Portal? 200? 250?
200. Yep, it'll go up $100. OLED screen, better Wi-Fi, probably something closer to resemble the DualSense Edge, and I think back buttons.
Oh, like the back buttons?
Yeah. I think back buttons. I think it'll have a different kind of feel close to the DualSense Edge. I think that'll be the setup.
This is not an AI fireplace. It is literally just a motion.
It's a looping video that I occasionally see end, and then the 2 next video things come up on it.
It is what's it called? It is a motion background that somebody made.
There was one. Do you see that fireplace? That fireplace video from what, like 15 years ago or something is incredibly popular on YouTube, and it's like 10 hours of a fireplace.
Yeah, there was a Twitch stream of that at one point. It's just like a 3-day long fireplace.
Yeah.
Cozy you want a cozy cabin? Here, look.
There it is.
Cabin for you.
Can we get whale noises?
There's this beach. It's like sea noises right now.
Okay.
Next
there
week.
You go. Next week. DC Fat Cat says, know of any good beach volleyball games?
Yeah, it's called DOA Beach Volleyball, baby.
There it is.
No,
It's actually not a bad volleyball game though.
that might be interesting.
Oh
with
my God.
DLSS 5.
Oh.
Nothing happens. It's just the same.
Shinder says, evening all. My birthday is Monday. Could I get a shout out? Also, what's the best innovation that's been added to gaming as a whole? I say switch between handheld and TV mode thanks to Nintendo. First off, shout out to Shinru. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy
Happy birthday, Shinru. Happy birthday.
Best innovation that's been added to gaming as a whole. That's tough because you could go like the idea of just 3D graphics.
Yeah,
like 3D space. That's massive.
The D-pad, the analog stick. Those are.
I'm gonna say
action motion control. That's my pick.
Oh, okay.
From my perspective, it would be the ability to connect to other people online through the same game.
Like
I'm gonna say
or like peer-to-peer.
I'm gonna say the scroll it like when the NES showed up and it had the ability to scroll the screen scrolling.
Parallax
you were just
scrolling.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, that was the word for it.
Parallax
I'm gonna say that's probably the biggest innovation.
We're talking about the Zelda one, which is panel to panel.
No, just like for Mario, where you can
Like
actually
Mario
run it and the
parallax
whole thing
slide,
moves.
yeah,
Because
Mario.
before that, with Atari and stuff, we were stuck on just one screen. All of a sudden, that opens it up to like infinite possibilities. Then so.
You guys said all good ones. So I'm gonna say skip cutscene. I think that was a great ad.
Turn motion blur off.
The Pearl Abyss, listen.
Man, I think when Mario 64 came out and you just had that analog movement, that
Yeah.
just to me was just crazy. That felt like one of the greatest innovations. So
Go with that. Tijo says, try to clean battery corrosion off my childhood GBA, only to find there's a lot on the solder pads on both sides of the board. Also, cleaning with IPA gets off MOBA pieces too. Is it toast? Ooh, it might be. It might be if it's corrosion like that.
Yeah.
Battery corrosion especially is tough because that actually eats away at the traces in the board.
You just got to clear it with everything. Sonic cleaner and just alcohol, see what comes off, and then just declare it dead if you can't rewire it.
You want like a soft bristle toothbrush. That's what I would do. Take that, dip a little bit of isopropyl alcohol, 90%, and then just scrub a bit and see what you can get off of there. But if the battery corrosion actually ate away at some of the board and traces are gone, that's tough. That's tough. I also would wonder then how is it worth repairing then for what it might cost to find a GBA at that point? So
it's time to retire that GBA though, homie.
yeah.
You still playing it like you're like 5 or something. Time to retire it, my boy.
At that point, you should I would upgrade to one of the backlit ones now. Those are really cool, like the Game Boy Advance. If it's like one of the standard Game Boy Advance, they have backlit ones, or if it's GBASP, they have the HES. I think it's 101. Those are the ones that the backlit screen. So those are the two I'd look towards. JT Bell says, "Why do we complain about game keycards but not PS5 games that need a download to play?" We complained about those too.
Oh yeah, people complain about that all the time.
We complained about them when they were PS4 games that needed a download to play.
Yes, we complained about those.
It's been around for a while.
The game key card is much more it's much more recent or popular because of the Switch 2, and that was in the news a lot. But occasionally we see like an Indiana Jones on the PS5 or a Call of Duty pop up where we're like, oh, nothing's really on the disc to run the game. So that's not good. Kevin says, what's up, Spawncast? Sean, are you running a lot?
Not lately, because my feet have been fucked.
No, I'm talking about because it sounds like the button's getting hit a lot.
Oh.
Tap, 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 tap,
Yeah,
tap. It's either that or Melee. Are you in the area that has like hundreds of people and you're just swinging in all directions?
Yeah, I went into the House of Healing and I just decided to kill everyone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now I'm trying to figure out where this Yan guy is. I don't know where Yan is. I was supposed to follow him and he disappeared.
Look among the
he's gone.
corpses.
Colin says, one more. I have Crimson Desert or on Amazon, but it's temporarily out of stock. Really? Crimson Desert out of stock? Jeez. How long does it usually take to go back in stock? Typically, they'll tell you like an estimated time, and it might be like 2 weeks from now or something.
Some
But
people's orders might get canceled or returned as well.
I was not aware it was. I mean, I know they sold again 2 million units in 24 hours, but I don't know. That's actually
This game was hyped up, bro. This game was really hyped up.
That's true. That's true.
One of the most hyped up games of the year.
Callan Shaw indie games. It would even got a prediction of a 92 from somebody. It was crazy. Callan Shaw indie games says real
I
question.
wish I would have been on last week for that.
Yeah, bro, they were dragging you, John, on my podcast. They were like, bro, they were saying John was gonna be a 92. He tell him that he's wrong. I'm like,
yeah, but it didn't have the Game Awards closeout, so we're all good.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, so I'm here to tell you, John, why you wrong, bro? 92. What's wrong with you?
That's crazy, dog.
In the podcast,
80 highest.
In the podcast, I said, "Watch, I'm gonna go high on this, and it'll be an 81." Is what'll happen. And I'm like, well, it was close, 78. But yeah, I took a shot at it. And you know what? Hey, if it was a 92 or higher, I wouldn't have been bragging at all about it. Maybe a little. Colin says, just using up the rest of the YouTube balance by. Shout out to Colin. Bespoke says, OJ, can we get the... What is this, OJ?
Swiss Chalet Rotisserie.
I hate Swiss Chalet, dude. I fucking hate
what is that? First of all, what is that?
It's a restaurant here. That's like being nice about it. It's like a restaurant that serves like unseasoned chicken here in Canada.
What?
That is against my ethnicity. I cannot do that. I'm sorry. No.
That's not just ethnicity. That's against nature.
Okay.
Yeah, unseasoned chicken.
When you say unseasoned, is it because it comes with a bunch of different sauces and it's
or
like,
not even broth? It's just like heated till it's cooked and they hand it to you.
Boiled chicken?
It's so like. It's like so mundane. Yeah, kind of like boiled. I don't know. It's just mundane chicken. It's like you can tell like
what's the gimmick? Like is like the slogan, do you hate yourself? Eat here? Like what exactly?
Test the limits of your anger.
I honestly haven't eaten a Swiss Chalet in over a decade because I just like it's so like bland to me. What was their tank?
I need a vlog of that. I need to know what's going on there.
All right, let me type in the
Got to hit that chicken with DLSS 5.
Yeah, right?
Like say
it. Steven did ask about the boost mode, and that was the last topic. We have the Switch 2 boost mode launched, which this was just it feels like a random update. Nintendo did not make a big deal about this at all. It was kind of buried in the notes for the patch or the firmware update with 22. That was on Monday, I think Monday night or something. And they pushed this. All of a sudden, you can run Switch 1 games in dock mode settings on the Switch 2 in handheld mode, which means it lines up better for the 1080p display for the Switch 2, and any of the additional visual features, of course, will come through better on the Switch 2 now with the Switch 1 games. And I mean, some of these results are like pretty impressive, actually, when I'm going through and I'm checking them out. And because you can toggle it on and off on the fly. So I was just checking out a bunch of games. It's like going Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 was really cool to see that. Red Faction still runs 60, but now is just 1080p and looks really clean. And people were saying Pokemon Sword and Shield looks significantly better. Arceus is very clean now too. So all of a sudden, everyone
was pretty good too.
Smash Ultimate, yes, that looks a lot cleaner. People even look at the menu and zooming in, like, oh wow, it's not all jagged edges.
All the Xenoblade games, like Xenoblade 1, 2, and 3, all look better now. So that's good too.
Yeah, like everything. This is. I mean, that's what people were asking for a while. I assume it just took them a bit to get it done because there's definitely games that aren't going to work with this, as it says in the notes when you turn it on or off. It's like, hey, if it uses a touchscreen, it's not going to work. So that's just the way it is.
It turns your Joy-Cons into a Pro controller.
Yes. So that's how it works. It'll see them as the Pro controller, which kind of messes it up if you need those Joy-Cons. So for like Mario Party, something like that, you're just not able to use it. But I think the only drawback that we're seeing right now, and there's just more testing still ongoing, so I'm sure people run into games that have some weird issue that happens. The battery life is lower, and there was one test so far that was run for Doom. The person called it Doom 2019. I don't really know what that's about. It's Doom Eternal.
Doom Eternal.
Although
I think in my video I said Doom 2016, so whatever.
Well, that's fine. It originally the first Doom came out in 2016, and then it came out on the Switch 1 in 2017. So I mean, you're not. Unless you're talking about Doom Eternal, then this is mechs and skells all over again.
Anyway, they talk about Doom. Either way, Doom running on the Switch 2, the battery life seemed to be about 25% less because of it. So
that's fine. Still looks better.
I think that's the thing. I think most people are going to go, yeah, it's probably worth it. It does look significantly better. It was some of those games looked kind of rough, before.
Well, and you got to figure, like, you're talking about when you're talking about docked mode or whatever. Most people are playing on a large ass screen, so now you're getting 1080p on a much smaller screen, and so everything just like pops a hell of a lot more. Like, I had just bought Lego City Undercover on the Switch 1 like 2 weeks ago because it was on sale for like $4. And I was like, oh, I like this game. And I was playing it in handheld mode, and I was like, oh, I need a Switch 2 patch for this. It looks so jank and like blurry. And now it's like, oh wow, this looks great. Now I can actually enjoy playing this game because it looks proper.
Yeah, so people are just going through popping in all their games, check it out. And it's some games unfortunately still are stuck at 7. There are a few that are 720p docked and they don't go above that. And I don't know if they're ever gonna be looked at. Like we mentioned, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3 would be nice to have that frame rate lifted. I don't think they're touching that game ever again. I think the licensing, all that stuff around it, I'd be shocked if anything happened there. But this is pretty much the last thing people really needed for backwards compatibility to be really good on the Switch 2. So we have it, and that's good news. So I guess the only other thing that we really need at this time for the Switch 2, and that would not happen anytime soon, would be just a better screen. So of that eventual OLED screen, 3 years from now or something.
Yikes.
Would be the next thing we would need. But that would then be like the ultimate Switch 2. So Boost Mode's good though. Recommend it. People try it out. Go back and check out your whole library of games. Let's see. Shinru says, will Mina look realistic with the DLSS 5, Celia?
Man, who knows? It's like a real mouse.
Did you see that? This is the other thing, though. I know, to think about with this whole situation. Now Nintendo is going to have to compare any of the Switch 2 editions that they do to that to the boost mode for, let's say they like Xenoblade was getting it, and it still runs at 30 on the Switch 2 with the Switch 1 version, but because it doesn't have like the weird upscaling filter that they use, it actually looks better in handheld mode, but not at 60 frames when you just run boost mode. So Nintendo's gonna have to deal with that now too. To where
are they just
well
not gonna do shit and just not care and still charge, and do what they do?
They'll probably still, whatever games they want to do it for, they'll just do it. If you want the update, you get it. If you don't, then you don't. I think that's really what it's going to do. Because I know there was a lot of talk, and I think rightfully so, before, and people were like, oh, well, will Nintendo even do like, will they even have like backwards compatibility the way that they're going to do it, because they want to, get people to, do more, or like, to get the game again or whatever. Like they did with the Switch 1. And like they've done many, many, many times, whether they have it or not. But I think they'll just do whatever game they want to do. If they want to do Switch 2 edition, they'll do it. And if you want to get it, you can get it. If you don't, then you don't.
Well, there it is. It is out now. People download it, try it out, see what they think. I did want to close out with something as we finish up here. GameStop has now ruled that the 360, the PS3, and they threw the Wii U in there, which is interesting because you feel like they should. I don't know. They just for the Wii.
Yeah, it's called the Wii. Like.
This would have been with the Wii, like they put the Wii U in there, I guess. Anyway, I'm going to assume they've already done something for the Wii. Those are now officially considered retro systems. It is done.
How dare they?
It is done.
I mean, I don't know. It's been true for like 2-3 years for me. Like PS3 is like 06.
Hey, PS3's got a Blu-ray player, HDMI, and Wi-Fi. Is now retro.
It's about years, John. It's
20 years
old. Okay, when the this is how you know that it's based on years. When the PS3 came out in 2006, how old was the NES?
Pretty old.
Thank you.
So you're saying I was right to call the 360 retro 2 years ago?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's because it's you, so it's automatically wrong.
Just checking to make sure I was on the right side of history 2 years ago.
I mean, that is a funny point, John, because like I swear, like when I got a PS3 and then I was playing this shit in like 09, 2010, PS1 games were retro to me.
Mm-hmm.
And that system was like what, 15, 14 years old by that point. So like PS3 is definitely retro.
It'd have to be. It's just the fact that it still has online support. You can play games online. It still has the store. That's still there.
And it's still getting console updates.
Yeah, it had the update so that the Blu-ray player still works with newer Blu-rays. So it's considered retro, but not legacy, technically.
Yeah, that is actually probably the distinction they have. It's not a legacy system like a PSP, because they don't update the PSP anymore. They haven't updated that thing in like 5, 6, 7 years. So
I think
it's been a while.
Yeah.
Yep. So whereas the 360 is like officially shut down, the Wii U is officially shut down. PS3 still living on. Yep.
This might be copium for me, but I actually have a good feeling, because I used to think otherwise, but now it's like I think the PS3 store is still going to be up by the end of the year.
End of this year. Okay, so it's going to live through 2026. It's going to make it
I have
past
a good
20
feeling.
years.
Yeah,
okay.
2027 is when once the PS6 is going to start to come out, that's when I'm going to start getting concerned about it.
I mean, they got to start thinking about it. It's like, when do we cut this PS3 off, because we're going to support PS3, PS4, PS5, and PS6 all at once,
and
technically,
Vita.
and Vita through our network. That does become a little tough, problematic even. But hey, it's still up and retro. Callan Shaw says, pour one out for Red Storm. Oh, yeah, Assassin's Creed Nexus was good, but VR. Yeah, Red Storm Entertainment is now just working on Snowdrop. They are taking a back seat. They laid off a bunch of people, like 100 or so developers from there, and they'll just be running support for Ubisoft from now on, which is unfortunate because they obviously did a lot of work back in the day on Tom Clancy with Ghost Recon, and now they're not making any more games. So, although if you look at the games they've made recently, it's not much. It's Assassin's Creed Nexus, but before that, Star Trek Bridge Crew. So a little different than Ghost Recon 2 from back in the day. A little different. I think that's all. I got everything. Oh,
still hurts, John. Those are people, John.
That's true. Buy one BBL, get one free. Says if the character models in that generation don't have movable individual fingers, it's retro. Movable fingers is not retro. Okay. That was a big deal back then when you could the characters move their individual fingers.
Yeah.
Chris says, I'm only here for DSP 85. Kidding anyways, just put a TV into my semi truck and play Resident Evil 9 Requiem on that sucker. What's up, y'all? That's cool.
That's hardcore.
Resident Evil 9 on the go.
Thank you for support.
Thank you, DSP 85. Let's go around here as we finish up. Let's start with Celia. Celia, where can everyone find you? What do you got going on?
So you can find me on X. I am Celia B with 3 E's, and also on Instagram at Kosher Gamer. And I'm also on a podcast with Sean and Josie, and eventually again Nate, maybe, and it's called Game and Talk. And we just filmed an episode yesterday, so go watch that. It's Sean and me just yapping. So yeah.
Someday Nate will come back from the grocery store.
I know, one day, like he has to get the groceries.
Someday.
Yeah, you went out for like a pack of cigarettes, right? No big
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Oh, and also I'll be at PAX East. Come see my panel. I'll be there. Mina will be on the show floor. That'll be cool.
Nice.
And Mina's coming out
Spring 2026. How dare you, Radic?
Shadow drop.
Dude,
oh god, Shadow. Absolutely not.
During the podcast, that would be hardcore.
Oh man, that'd be so cool. I'd get fired so quickly, but that'd be rad.
Then TJ says, I hope Boost Mode doesn't make people think we don't need Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Definitive Edition, because it absolutely needs one, not just graphics, gameplay adjustments too. No, I think it does still need that, yes, but we'll see what they do with that one. It needs a bit more than just Boost Mode. Aaron Davis says, hope to see some or all of you at PAX East. Hey, Celia will be at PAX East, so check her out. That's some. What about about Radic? Where can everyone find you?
I'm at Real Radic on Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, Instagram, pretty much any social media website. I tried to put out a video this week, but I got swamped with IRL work, unfortunately. But next week, I will be back aiming for 2 videos, one on Uncharted, one on another PlayStation-related topic, per usual. But yeah, at Real Radic on all those social media platforms.
Good stuff. What about OJ? Where can everyone find you, sir?
Yeah, you can find me right here on YouTube, Player Essence, just doing the usual stuff. We're usually streaming, talking about all sorts of different things, making jokes, having fun. Got some cool stuff that I'm talking about, RPG stuff. Maybe I'll finally beat Xenoblade Chronicles X and get that RGT review out for you guys. So So yeah, I'll be working on that. But I did a bunch of Nintendo and RPG stuff on the channel this past week. So talk about Zelda, talk about all sorts of cool stuff. So if you like Nintendo and RPG stuff and live streams, check out Player Essence. Appreciate you guys having me on too.
You should just drop that review as a YouTube short.
I probably will, to be honest.
Spoke says, I'm convinced that Nate is just AI. He might be. You never. We don't know. You don't know.
Yeah. It could be one of us. It could be like a burner account.
Dude, it could be
split personality.
Yeah. When was the last time you saw Sean in person on the podcast? Who knows? Who knows?
Scooby-Doo reveal.
Last week, remember he was freaking crazy from the the party.
Oh yeah,
that's right.
Bro, that show was.
He came in and was like,
no. Here's the thing. I tried to be a mature adult because like everyone left at midnight, and so I'm like, oh, okay, I guess we're gonna wrap this up. And my uncle comes over. He's like, all right, where are my fucking keys? I'm going to the bar. And I'm like, you can't fucking drive. Fuck it, I'm fine. So then we all ended up going to the bar for like an hour and change. And it's just like, fucking A, dude. You're like 60 something.
Such a
he was showing me his fucking. I probably can't say that.
Yeah.
Like, wait, what?
Such a different.
Hold on a minute. What?
Oh my god! You're going to the bar with your uncle. I would never go. The cultures are so different. You do not go to the bar with your Nigerian uncle.
Well, yeah, Nigeria. Yeah.
That's
But
just
you had
so
to make sure
crazy
he
to
got
me.
there safely.
Did I
That's
get
From
true.
the passenger seat? Were you in the passenger seat?
No, I was in my car.
So you
I
could
was
witness
fine.
it from a distance.
Yeah, I was fine. I wasn't drunk.
Did I get to Sean? You want to tell people where they can find you?
Hello, everyone. You can find me on RGT85. I'll probably have a Crimson Desert video out tomorrow, which is me talking about the game with some gameplay footage that I captured earlier today. Because I have a lot of things I want to say. I did find this idiot guy finally, so that's good.
Okay. Tijo says, realistically, I probably won't fix that GBA. It's yellowed, and I wanted to try simple fixes for fun. I'd recommend using it to learn then. As a good, if it's a system that's kind of already busted up and you don't really have high hopes for it, not a bad idea to just try working on it to learn some stuff with electronics.
If it ends up being broken though, and you have a lot of nostalgic value, I've seen people put like shadow boxes together of like, the taken apart Game Boy. So that could be something for nostalgia once you're done experimenting.
Could do some acrylic pours, get it into an actual acrylic.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
About Evan, where can everyone find you, sir?
Find me on Twitch, YouTube, and socials, Chimerix Project. We got some more things to put together this week. I'm still buying stuff, add to the display case. But yeah, should be fun.
Calenshaw Indie Game says, file your taxes, everyone. Thank you,
I
Calenshaw.
refuse.
Thank you.
No, wait.
Yeah, I did. That's how I
When
bought
you
my
own your own
PSVR
business,
too.
when you own your own business, you can kind of do shit whenever you want. Oh wait.
For legal reasons, that was a joke. OJ.
No, you get an extension. You have the accountant get you an extension.
Oh,
good old accountant.
The
You
IRS
can
is like-
you can file for extensions. It doesn't really change much. It's just time.
Yeah,
it's
good old
get a
accountant.
longer.
Okay, and then Johnny says Asha Sharma is real life Cortana. Thank you, Johnny. I think that's everything. We're good. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Appreciate it. Of course, all the support and the super chats. We all appreciate that as well. And everyone just tuning in. We'll be back next Saturday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time. And we'll see you then.